Well, Tony,
Well,
we made it.
we made it. We're still here.
We're still here. We're still in one piece. Okay. All right. Music should be cutting off here. Okay. Or I just do it myself.
Yeah, that's always an option, too.
That's always an option, too, when I just do it myself. Everybody, welcome to Decision 2024 Backlash edition of some kind of radio show. And we're actually on tonight on a Saturday night. So
Yes.
last show we were on, we did a little over almost 6.5 hours on election night on Tuesday night, the election night, and we've kind of made this a traditional every 4-year show where we do the election show. And, well, actually, election night was the first time we actually did that. But this is the backlash is kind of like we kind of go over, the results of what's happened. And we take input from people that are watching us on our stream. And, yeah. And it says only 3 or 4 locations are... Uh-oh. Didn't start on Facebook. Why not? Wow. We're not on Facebook Live.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. But we are on YouTube right now, and we're on everything else. I don't understand why that did that. You'll need to go live first before you can send comments.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we already went live.
Don't you have testicle difficulties?
Oh, well, good thing. I'll just go into YouTube and I'll share it that way. It's the nice thing about having multiple sources.
Multiple platforms.
Just go into one and share it, because Facebook's usually where we get most of our viewership. But tonight is just, let's see here. Let me copy link. We'll put that right on our page here, because I don't understand why that did that, because it always should just go automatically kick all 4 on, 5 on, and it only kicked on 3. So don't know what that was all about, but it's showing we're not live on Facebook for whatever reason. I have no clue. No clue at all. But anyway, let me just share it here. As soon as I get this thing to cooperate, folks, the thing about doing something live, you never know what's going to happen. All right. Well, there we go. I shared it and on our page. So we're live on YouTube tonight.
X.
No, we're not on X. X makes you know what X makes you do now?
Huh.
You have to pay a fee
To go live.
To share a live video on
So
X
it would
now.
normally be Facebook, then Twitch, and
Yeah, so
YouTube.
But YouTube's there, so we're good on YouTube. I just shared it to Facebook, but normally we go Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And but we're on YouTube tonight, so that's just a way. Let me go in here. I might be able to fix this. Let's see why it's. Find out in a second why we're not.
Yeah.
The technical difficulties of this show has just kind of rung true for all the years we've been doing it.
Yeah.
We've been doing this show now almost 13 years, and there's always been. It just seems like something goes wrong from time to time, and why I just don't know. It just happens, and well, according to this. Let me see something here. Let me go into restream channels here. Nice thing about this is I can go in and do a diagnostic while we're on. Right now it's just Earl and Tony. Ben will be along soon. Mr. Mike's going to be back after the first of the year at some point. But that's just the way An error occurred. Please try again. No, we're not going to disable the channel. Reconnect. Connect your... say. To connect the channel, please disable a pop-up blocker in your set. Okay. Well, let's see what happened here. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's see. Extensions here. It's the dumbest things that happen, you know. I also actually put the right password in too, right? So, Tony, how's your week been?
Oh, just wonderful.
Good times. There we go. Update that. Continue that. There we go. We're getting Restream connected here now.
Good.
So we're coming back with it. It's thinking.
It has to.
I forget it. It runs through. See, Restream doesn't go through Chrome. It goes through the other one. It's thinking.
Of course it is.
Oh my goodness! Maybe that's the wrong password. Sign into account. Well, I got something wrong here. Anyway, we'll fix it as we go here tonight, folks. Trying to fix that. I have to check my phone. Passwords. I had to change the password at some point. I just don't remember doing it. Okay. We're getting there. Aha. Let's try this. Technology, isn't it grand? Well, before the show started, just to give everybody an idea what kind of start to the show we've had, we have a curtain that is behind Tony.
Yeah.
Which separates the studio from the rest of the basement we're in. Well, that curtain decided it was just going to fall down for no reason. It just fell down. I mean, nobody was near it. It just fell down. So that's the kind of night we're having.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, Facebook's just screwing up to begin with. I'm trying to send something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got to tag in a friend of my buddy. His wife's an LSU Tigers alum.
Yeah.
And from down there, and her LSU Tigers were playing my Florida Gators tonight, and the Gators upset them. And she always gets on me. Every time LSU beats Florida, I wanted to say, hey, Bridget, go Tigers!
Right.
So,
let's see.
Installed extensions. I mean, we're on YouTube right now, though, right?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we're streaming. We're on. We're just not on. It's not on Facebook the way we were hoping we would be, but
Yeah.
it's usually like.
Well, we were only on this, what, a week and a half ago?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's. Now, what is it saying? This can't find what I'm looking for. Go to extensions in the Google Chrome. Ah, what in the hell? Manage your extensions.
Yeah.
It's thinking. It's like, does it want to do it or not?
Does it want to cooperate?
Okay, let's see. Let's see if there's a pop-up blocker on there.
Yep.
There's got to be. Let's see. Well, let's see. Well, that's all. That's gets. Let's see. Is there anything that's actually here? No. Huh. I don't know. This stuff's got a mind of its own. That's all I can say. What the hell? I don't know where that came from, but
No,
okay.
neither do I.
I didn't add that.
This show's like Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong, it will.
You know, it's just the way it goes on this show. Always.
Now, you've heard of Murphy's Law. Have you ever heard of Cole's Law?
Yeah, coleslaw.
Yeah, shredded cabbage and dressing.
Yeah, that too. I've heard of that. Huh. That's weird. Let's see something here. Docs. Let's see. Stream information. Okay. Oh, there we go. Well, that's the stream. That's stream info. Okay. That's not the one I needed.
Nope.
Sources. Nope, that's not the one I needed either. Oh my goodness. Only on this show. Only on this show. Let's see. What do we got?
I let you deal with all the tech because you're the only one between the two of us that knows what's the deal
Yeah.
is.
There's days I just go, why is this giving me such
Yeah.
problems? But okay, there we go. It opened up. An error occurred. Please try again.
All righty.
You can re-enable this. Okay, we'll disable it for a second.
Okay.
And then let's re-enable
Yep.
and see if it allows us to go on.
Save.
Oh, streaming there. Sending data to Facebook. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's thinking.
We'll cross our fingers and our toes and whatever else we got to cross.
Streaming. Hey, we're streaming on
Streaming.
Facebook. There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. Problem
Problem resolved.
allegedly.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Yeah, we're live on Facebook.
Good.
I just saw it. It just did not want to cooperate for a minute. So now that we're on Facebook.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my goodness gracious. I'd rather have it on Facebook. I mean, don't get me wrong, YouTube's fine, but we get most of our views on Facebook and our Facebook page. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. We're glad we're here. And tonight's show, I mean, we're just kind of going over the, well, what the hell happened now? Scenes. Yeah, I need a scene controller. Jeez. Okay. So anyway, as you see, there's the Electoral College map from last, week and a
Yep,
half
for
ago.
the elections.
I mean, you look at that. I mean, Trump ended up with 312 electoral votes, and basically, the House, the Senate, everything's Republican run here. Going to be going.
Yeah, because we got the majority in all of Congress.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew the three West Coast states were going to go liberal.
Right.
She won them, but not by much.
Right.
And, I mean, because you get out and away from the city, and Lord knows that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and I got people texting me at the same time.
Hey, where's the show? We're on Facebook.
No, Lori was asking me,
Oh.
where the food's at. So I have to look and see where that's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to do a lot of different, trying to do
10 things at once.
Trying to do 10 things at once. It's like walking and chewing gum, it's kind of the same comparison, It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to
It's
do?
been a day as it is. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been a day.
Well, I used to live down the road from a bar called the Busted Knuckle Saloon. Place apparently you can identify with.
Today I can.
Yeah.
Today I can definitely do that. So, okay, it's not been picked up yet. Surprise. It's Saturday night.
Well, I was out delivering last night, and I had and the three roads that run off Cleveland Massillon Road, Ira, Bath, and Everett. If you go north of Montrose, picked up an order, go to run out to the lady, and she's like, just remember, her road's off of Ira Road. You got to take the Everett Road detour. Well, I go up North Hametown to go get her. I should have just made the right turn. And so I go all the way around, come to realize she's on the other side of the where the bridge was closed. Should have just made the right turn to begin with. And they get you for a contract violation for an extremely late delivery.
Ben's watching right now.
Ben's watching. Hi, Tadpole.
He's running a little behind, maybe a little bit before he gets here. He let me know he's still at the phone store. So,
can you hear me now, Ben?
They know. Those people don't hurry at the phone store.
No, they're never in a hurry.
They're never in a hurry.
Unless you get in there at like 10 minutes till close.
Oh, yeah, then they want to hurry you in.
Yeah, then
out.
they want to.
Yeah, because I stopped in a store yesterday because I'm looking probably soon to switch carriers.
Who are you on right now?
AT&T. I'm looking to switch.
What do you have right now, a 15?
This is the 13.
Oh, that's a 13.
Yeah, so I'm looking to upgrade it a bit. And I stopped in there yesterday about a half hour ago, and the guy goes, well, you need to do this, and blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, thanks for the bullshit information, whatever. And we were in and out in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Ben's waiting for his boner to go up. No. No, they're doing something with his phone. They're trying to get something working on his phone. I don't know what's going on with it.
Hope you could resolve your issues there, Ben.
Yeah, but, Ben's with us. He's watching. And we'll get to Ben when he gets here, and then we'll definitely keep doing what we're doing here. So yeah. I mean, I tell you what, this week, like we were talking before the show started, Tony. With
the meltdowns,
and the I've heard. Now, I personally have not heard a lot of it, and I've been lucky because most people I'm typically associate with tend to lean on the right. So
yeah, I've got a lot.
I don't hear too much on the. I've heard it, but not directly.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing had been, the three biggest things I hear is, number one, all the queers and transgenders are going to get sent to concentration camps, which that's not true.
Right.
Two, they're going to take away all the freebies.
Yeah.
Well, the things that we need to get rid of: quit sending money to everybody.
Keep the money here.
Yeah, I mean, we got some, Trump already pledged his salary to homeless veterans.
Right.
And if Elon Musk gets appointed to a position, he already pledged his salary.
Yep.
It's people that they don't need. They're not in a position to make the money.
No. They just want to help. No.
I will give one leftist libturd some credit. Jon Stewart from the Daily Show.
Yeah.
Because he got on and spoke the truth. He said, Democrats, who you got to blame for your the reason why Trump won so big? Look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror.
Can we put up somebody better than Kamala?
The whole thing is too. Biden should have stepped down way before he did.
Yeah.
They were set up for failure. It didn't matter who was going to go on that ticket.
Yeah.
110 days is not enough time to put together a plan and get your message out there. Yeah.
Plus, she kept on trying to separate herself from him.
Yeah, and it wasn't working.
No.
I mean, if Biden would have stayed in the race, I think somehow he would have probably still won. I mean, he
might have.
He may have.
I just know so many people, Democrats, that had said even if Biden would have ran, they weren't going to vote for him just because they knew up top.
Yeah.
He wasn't fit to do 4 years.
It's here's where I'm looking at too, and this is another like a good friend of mine brought up a point that I don't think it's so much mentally. I think he's got. It's like one buddy swears up and down. I swear he's got Parkinson's.
He might.
And he goes, I think it's more that, and then his mental, because you hear him. He's been a lot more with it lately, and that's like okay, and it's so funny. I think too. and it's like not been like really much of a secret, but you know how pissed off Biden was being excluded
Yeah.
and being separated from, because he's like, hey, I handed you the reins,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden you're going to
Biden
go.
probably voted for Trump. Yeah.
Well, they were making jokes about his tie the other day. Okay, you know, Trump was wearing his red tie. Normally, Joe Biden wears a powder blue tie. You know,
Yeah.
he was wearing a purple tie. So what's pink and blue together make? Purple. So there's middle. Plus, if you look at the meeting, you see how much they were just carrying on, laughing like old pals. And it's like that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to be civil, and you know it's supposed to be. I mean, all the bad mouth and all the, you know, oh, our country's ruined if this guy. There needs to be a level of civility. It needs to come back. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
one thing with this was probably one of the nastiest election cycles I've seen in a long time.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, it was. You think 4 years ago was nasty? This one was pretty damn nasty. And you know, I've never been a big Kamala Harris fan by any stretch. I just think Kamala Harris beat Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
quite frankly, you know, and that's just my opinion.
And I mean, you know, within the last week and a half, The View went from a talk show to a comedy hour.
Yeah,
I mean, they're jumping on one another's throats.
oh yeah, it's civil unrest on the View, you know.
And CNN, you know, is talking about hemorrhaging staff, and MSNBC.
CNN's even have like I was going back watching some of the recaps of like election night coverage on YouTube, and there was a thing with CNN side. They were infighting, you know, on Tuesday night on election night.
Yeah.
There was some infighting going on there. So
Yeah, I mean, I woke up Wednesday morning and all I had to hear the day after the election.
Right.
We're going back to what's the name of that? I'm trying to remember the name of the Netflix show that they're trying to. Everybody thinks that life's going to go to the where it's got all the girls, all the women that are wearing those little white hats and
yeah, I can't think of the show either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're not going back to that. Yeah, Trump's going to send women back to the 1930s.
Oh, okay. Trump's chief of staff, woman.
Yep.
Trump's new White House press secretary,
Woman.
woman, and she's going to be the youngest female press secretary
Ever.
in history. So, and he's got a lot of top women, you know, key women, and like you said, to have your chief of staff, she'll be the first woman chief of staff. So, you know, anyone saying he's against women, okay, you know, you're putting one of your top positions is going to be a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, chief of staff is like pretty big. That's an up there. That's the president's right hand. You know?
Yeah.
And he, whoever's in runs that White House.
Yeah.
You know, and they answer directly to the president, and they make a lot of shit happen. And they're the voice of reason for the president. That's what the chief of staff is. That's top advisor, chief strategist. I mean, they have a lot on their plate. So
Yeah, and our Secretary of Health this time around won't be a man dressing up as a woman.
yeah. Well, did you see? There's a meme going around that the whatever position that the trans person's in. Hey, I'm finally getting a promotion. I got told I'm getting out of this office.
Yeah.
No, you go bye.
Yeah, no promotion.
No promotion. Depends on how you look at it.
Or like Trump used to say to the people on the show The Apprentice.
Yeah.
He's going to be telling all these people that were working under Biden's administration,
You're
you're fired. You're fired.
Well, the good news, like I said, the good thing is both administrations are being very civil, working together through transition.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know the argument's going to come up as well. Trump wasn't civil when he went. That whole election was so bad. I mean,
That last one.
That was so bad. I mean, so many. Thing is, it was all the mail-in voting that really messed with everything because of COVID.
Yeah.
All the mail-in votes. Jason, hi from the Windsor, buddy. How you doing, buddy? All the mail-in votes just absolutely just skewed it. I mean, do I think there was some shit going on? Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a really shitty election. Donald Trump. I mean, I'm a supporter, but me looking back, should he have handled it better? Oh, absolutely. I thought he could have handled it a lot better. So, and I'm not saying I'm sitting there, oh my God, he should have handled that. He should have went out with grace. It would have looked a lot better on him. But I mean, here we are. You think about it, it's a real comeback story. The way he went out of office 4 years ago, you swear like he'd never get back in. Here we are, 4 years later, he's going back in. I think this campaign too, and just looking at, and they've talked about it on the big channels, is it was probably one of the most professionally ran campaigns out of the three he's ran. It was the most tight. It was the tightest campaign he's ran. Very well ran, and they kept it tight. They didn't go overboard. There was a few moments with they're eating the dogs and the cats thing that went out, but a lot of the dialogue between Kamala and Trump was so left field anyway. I mean, it was a total, it was a shit show for the debates. Let's just face facts. Those debates were shit shows.
Absolutely.
You had the left-wing media, running the debates. CBS. Yeah, we all agreed we're not going to. Food's here, huh? Thanks, Alex. I think one of these is going to be Lori's, I think. She ordered. Sherry, take it out. Oh. Excellent. Okay, cool.
Euro gyro.
That during break.
I don't know what I should make.
I don't know. What do you want to make?
Mac and cheese.
Huh? What's that? Okay, thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Strange voice on the speaker.
It's like having like the the producer in the background on the speaker. Comes across the speaker,
telling us, giving us our marching orders.
Yeah. But I mean, it's definitely. I'm glad. What I was getting so tired of was all the damn ads.
Yeah.
All the ads and all the infighting with We'll talk more about it when we come back, obviously, but I mean, the stuff that's been said since the elections, I'm hearing from people and seeing that I'm not getting it directly, but stuff I've heard and seen just makes you go, what the fuck?
Mental illness is more apparent in this country than ever.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we will be back in just a few minutes, everyone. So stay tuned. Some Kind of Radio Show live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick tonight. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
Listen, Buster, man to man!
Yeah?
You smoke a Roy-Tan cigar?
Man to man, smoke a Roy-Tan. Man to man, smoke a Roy-Tan cigar. Man to man, smoke a Roy-Tan. For a taste that is better by far.
Roy-Tan offers you a wide choice of shapes and sizes to suit your taste. Whichever you choose, you'll enjoy the fine-tasting tobaccos that Roy-Tan is famous for.
Come on now, bring it up, boys.
Man to man, smoke a Roy-Tan. Man to
smoke a Roy Tan from the American Tobacco Company.
Double L light lager beer. 1 L for light and 1 for lager. Double L light lager beer. Light lager beer by Valentine. Light lager beer is here. So ask the man for a double L light lager beer.
Yes, light lager beer by Valentine is here. Double L proves a beer can be truly light and still give you the lager beer flavor you want. Say double L for a double treat.
Light lager beer by Valentine.
Have you read the label?
Sure.
Have you taken a look?
Sure.
The story behind the label reads like an open book.
It seems to me you have excellent reading taste.
Where there's life, there's fun.
Have you read the label? Let me put it this way. Do you know of any other beer so proud of its ingredients, it prints them plainly on every can and bottle? Next time, make it Bud. Budweiser, king of beers.
Sure. You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McNeil and the Regulars.
All right, we're back on Some Kind of Radio Show. Decision 2024 Backlash. As you know, a couple weeks ago, we covered the presidential election. We did 6.5 hours.
We did.
And I was so tempted, Tony.
Okay.
Like, gosh, I stay on another hour, but I had to get up to go to work the next morning.
Yeah.
Very early. You know what really pisses me off about that? I thought I was going in to fix some major catastrophic breakdown.
Okay.
Took me 5 minutes to fix.
Took you 5 minutes to fix it?
So I went in 4 hours early for nothing.
Okay.
So, but then I still had to go in early anyway. I went an hour and a half earlier than I really needed to, because then we had a travel league, senior travel league, come in at 11. So I needed to be there by 9 at the latest. But I got there like 7:30. So by the time when I ended the show at night, I went up to bed, and Lori and I had Fox News on. We were watching that until about 3:30. Hey, hello from Streetsboro.
Hey, John.
So they called it, it was after 3, and then Lori had it on to probably 4:30, and I passed out. I was sitting here at that last half hour just fading. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
and it was like we didn't know how long it was going to take.
Yeah, I stayed until 1.
Because I stayed on to 1:30.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys on the way home, keep me awake.
Yeah, I stayed on as late as I could. I'm like, there was no new developments, but it was so funny. Within 10 minutes of getting off the air, I think they called a couple states. I was like, yeah, well, where is everyone? Mr. Mike is not here due to work commitments. And Ben is at the telephone store trying to get his phone fixed. But he'll be here as soon as he can.
Yeah, he'll be here shortly.
Yep, that's what she said.
Yeah, he'll be short herely.
Yeah, right. So anyway, getting back to what we were talking about before we went to break. We were talking about the fact that, like, all the crazy rhetoric about, like the one thing that went out about the holidays. If it's okay, that one psychologist or whatever.
Yeah.
You want to stay away from them people. Like them people. That's your family.
Yeah.
Because you don't agree politically.
Yeah, politically. Yeah, just disown them.
Yeah, just disown them because
Or did you see the gals that are shaving their heads and divorcing their husbands?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you think the Republicans are a cult?
Right.
Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black?
I know. It's like, I have a lot of Democratic friends. Okay?
Yeah.
And we make it a policy amongst friends that we don't discuss our politics. And if it does come up, great. I respectfully disagree, but I'm going to respectfully disagree.
There's the guy that I always see at Blossom when I'm in there working a concert waiting on people. He works the parking lot, and I didn't learn it until middle of this year.
Right.
He used to be on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
He used to go by the gatekeeper.
Okay.
And I told him, I'm like, well, me and you have argued about politics a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're sensible. I know you're a Democrat, but he's just like, yeah, he's just like, and he looked at me, he's just like, just because we disagree on politics don't mean we can't be friends.
Absolutely.
I said, you're one of the few sensible Democrats.
Yeah, I mean,
finally, even Brett, he's probably
Yeah.
the most liberal person I know.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, we'll get through this in 4 years. We
Mm-hmm.
just got to regroup, and he's just like, don't panic,
Yeah.
don't flip out.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's the country goes through waves. You go, okay, hey, we didn't like how things went with this Republican side. We're gonna go Democratic. And
Yeah.
it goes in waves.
People just have to, think the Browns will beat the Saints.
Not a
tomorrow.
chance in hell.
No, I don't see the Browns winning
I
another
don't
game
see the
this
Browns
year.
winning another game this year. I really don't. And that's so funny. I said at the beginning of the year, someone asked me if I thought how many games they're going to win. They were going to win. I said 2.
So far,
And
they might win a third.
Of course, I got some shit. What do you mean 2? God, look at how they played the year before. I'm like, yeah, but look how many changes have happened since the year before.
And of course, the $250 million blender is hurt.
Yeah.
And, so now we get Jameis Winston. Had a great game against Baltimore. Sure shit didn't play well 2 weeks ago.
No, not at all.
And, it's just okay. It's just like, hey, let's move on to next year, and we'll get a good draft pick maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point, I'm like, I watched a lot of good football games last week. I was like, this is nice. I'm watching some good football games. It wasn't any of the teams I root for, but there were some good football games.
Yeah, there were some good games.
There were some really good games last week.
I mean, hell, last week my Bears lost to the fucking Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Dealt with it. We got to put, and, so tomorrow, I mean, another game. We don't play the Packers, but.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be, I don't really.
I mean, at least there's a positive thing in Ohio. The Cavs have won 14 in a row.
Oh, my God, yeah. We got that going for us. But,
I mean, and I'm just like, I'm as surprised as everybody. I mean, they're what, and all I keep listening to is, who's gonna be their first loss. Who everybody thinks is gonna be their first loss? Boston. Yeah. I mean, we haven't lost a game this year by more than 3 points.
right.
Very close. I mean, Charlotte played us scrappy. Hell, they had 2 players get ejected the first game we played them. They were trying to kick us. The one dude Grant Williams used to be a Celtic, comes by and runs in and blindside blocks Tatum.
Yeah. I mean,
And then Tatum went to the court,
Yeah.
got back up, kept running.
it's been fun to watch, though. I mean, it's fun to watch good basketball, too.
Yeah, and I mean, it's nice to see, the Cavs they're all healthy,
Yep.
And the new coaching
Yeah.
has been a big help.
Rumor has us to.
They lose tomorrow.
I've heard that rumor, too. So
They won't fire him tomorrow. They'll wait until the end of the
It'll
season.
be the end of the season. Cause
You got to remember, they just gave him an extension last year, too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hell, they kept Hugh Jackson for 2 years.
Right.
2 bad years, 131 over 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't count on Stefanski even being fired, at the end of the season.
I've heard the rumor, but I agree with you, Tony. I mean, I've heard that rumor going around.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like we got a huge hole with the offensive coordinator right now.
Well, you heard what was it, Jedrick Wills? It was a business decision
Yeah.
not to play for Baltimore.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland's just screwed when it comes to football.
Yeah.
You know what? London always wants the team. How about we just send them the Browns?
Well, now they're going to get the big stadium, the new big stadium in
Yeah.
2028.
Well, and the Haslam said it's official, but nothing's been official yet.
Right. There's still, the city of Cleveland's still fighting it,
Yeah.
It's going to go to litigation for a while. But
And
the thing is, you really think about it, Cleveland really doesn't have a leg to stand on. Yeah, okay, you're losing the team in downtown.
yeah.
But you're not losing the football team.
No, they're not going to be that far off. But here's the thing: for all my tailgating friends,
They're losing the revenue. They're losing the tax dollars.
they're losing the Muni Lot money
They're losing
because the city owns the Muni Lot.
Yeah.
And the city's been really lenient on their because it was supposed to be a no booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, there would be nobody at the Muni Lot if there was no
Yeah,
alcohol.
Right.
I mean, they let you have beer and John, I think John's a White Claw man, but I'm just like, I don't know. Now, I had a buddy of mine try to bring some moonshine in some water bottles, and they caught a whiff of that, made them pour it down the sewer.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So they probably got the entire city drunk.
It'll be interesting to see.
Because they ain't gonna have a lot like the Muni Lot to tailgate in Brook Park.
No, if you look, they're gonna have a lot of parking, but it'll be.
Yeah. And that traffic's gonna be hell with the airport.
Yeah.
Now, unless Hopkins decides to be nice and, hey, we're going to shut down flights from whenever the Browns are playing.
Right, that ain't going to happen.
That ain't happening. That airport's been there long before them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like the biggest thing with downtown is, you either you park at the Muni Lot or you're parking 100 miles away and you're paying hundreds of dollars to park,
Well, the Muni Lot's full of tailgaters anyway.
Right.
I mean, the biggest bitch over the last few years has been people that drive the big vehicles, the big buses and whatnot, got to pay for every spot they occupy. Mm-hmm. So there's people that were used to paying the $20 to get in.
Yeah.
They changed it to $10 a spot to make it fair.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you drive one of those big buses that takes up 10 parking spots.
Yeah.
You're going to pay $100 to park that thing.
Yeah.
And, it's... I personally wouldn't. I don't know if I'd want to drive one of those big things up there.
Then they want to shut down Berkeley Airport, and then there's talks. We'll build another stadium there. You can't. That's all it won't handle the weight.
No.
That's all built up land. It's not natural land. It's built up. So you can't. That land out there will not handle a stadium the size that they want to build.
Yeah.
And then the way. The stadium up in Cleveland's built. It'd be so hard to modify that stadium for the needs it needs.
Yeah, well, and there's no way to turn Huntington Bank Field into a dome.
And I don't know.
You got to build it as a dome.
Yeah, you had to build it as a dome right away.
Right
There's
away.
No way, there's no real way to do that. It's an open air design stadium. It's an open concept, and that was the thing back in the 90s and 2000s when they were designing ballparks, and stadiums. Open air,
you remember in Minnesota, they've got a dome, kind of a dome, not a solid top dome. You remember when all that weight destroyed the roof of the stadium? Mm-hmm. Remember watching the video of all that snow trickle down on the field? Look at Tropicana Field.
Oh, yeah.
In Florida, they're not going to be, the Tampa Bay Rays aren't going to be able to play at home all next season.
No. They're going to play in a minor league park.
Yeah, they're
for a year.
For a year.
Yeah.
So.
But the thing is, I still think Cleveland, absolutely, going back to you're talking 20-something years ago now. They dropped the ball bad because you really think about it. You get that big beautiful stadium and use it 8 times a year.
Yeah, and they've been having a couple of concerts
a little
there.
off and off, but not like what you could do.
You can't have a WrestleMania there.
Can't have a Super Bowl in Cleveland.
Nope.
Can't have a WrestleMania there, especially because that time of year, you run it. So, nice thing with the new dome, you can run stuff all year long there, and it'll be climate controlled. So, it'll be. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think it's a good move,
Yeah, build the dome. They could have an NCAA Final Four there.
They can hold so many.
They could do so much because the capacity. You look at what Lucas Oil Field does.
Yeah.
All enclosed. They have everything there. You can't turn. Yeah, this one in the dome. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was not designed for a roof. No, absolutely not. So and that's where they screwed up years ago. Well, they didn't want a dome, back then.
Yeah.
It's like, why not? I mean, look
Well,
at
and that was Lerner that
that
initially.
that was the Lerner family,
Yeah.
that didn't want it. Al Lerner didn't want it.
Yeah, and then his son didn't want to do nothing. Randy, when Al died,
No, he didn't want
Randy
it
was too worried about his soccer team overseas.
Yeah, he wanted
His
to get
football
he wanted to
team.
get his money and get out of there.
Yeah, and then when he couldn't get rid of it fast enough to the Haslams, and now old Jimmy Ham Salad, as I call him, got ham salad for brains.
Right. Yeah, it's.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Haslam sell the team, and if the Titans ever became available for sale,
Yeah.
I could see him selling the Browns and eventually buying the Titans.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look at those video boards that are in the stadium.
Yeah.
They're each in the shape of half of the state of Tennessee.
Uh huh.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
He's a volunteer.
Right.
He's a volunteer alum.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So.
Yeah. He would prefer to have been there anyway, I think.
Yeah, but people from the Titans, the old Houston Oilers, weren't selling.
No.
I mean, and it's all these shit franchises are worth so much money. I mean, I'll give the Browns credit. They've got the biggest NFL fan base in the world. There are Browns backers groups everywhere you go. Yeah. My friend Linda, her and four or five of her other friends, they kind of stream a show once a week and they bitch about the Browns. And it's, they got plenty of ammunition every week. She went back to Utah because that's where she lives now.
Right.
And it was funny because she's like, hey, I got a friend of mine who's here and selling stuff, and I saw there's Browns jerseys hanging. I'm like, Linda, that Brown stuff should be on clearance by now. She's like, Tony, shush.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, sorry, but,
Yeah.
high hopes beginning of the year. And,
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of high hopes at the beginning of the year. I mean, a lot of people were talking about, well, they went they didn't win a playoff game. Well, you know what? The playoffs don't matter. But I mean, the year that they won 0-16, they won all their playoff games.
You mean the preseason games?
Preseason
yeah.
games, yeah.
Hey, the Bears won all their preseason games this year.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're 4-5.
Right.
I mean, we got to play the Packers tomorrow. Granted, they don't have Aaron Douchebag quarterback in form
He
anymore.
has nothing
but
left in him.
no, he's on a shit Jets team,
Yeah.
and he's taken us. And
He's got no-
even when Brett Favre went to the Jets, they were shit.
Yeah. And you can really see it in Aaron Rodgers when he was playing. No heart left.
No, he went there. He wants one or two more seasons,
Yeah.
and but he's no Tom Brady.
No.
Tom Brady was great until the day he.
Oh yeah. Tom quit at the right time.
And Tom bought in. I think was it to the Raiders.
Yeah.
He's a minority owner of the Raiders.
Minority owner of the Raiders.
And the only thing he can't do is if he's going to stay a broadcaster, is he can't call Raiders games.
Can't call Raiders games. He's not allowed to go to other teams' practice facilities.
Nope.
And he's not allowed to be on production meetings for the
games.
For the games.
But I mean, and he's making $10 million a year now being in the broadcast booth.
Yeah.
He's not bad. He's not great.
No, he's not good.
I mean, I do.
He was a better quarterback than an announcer.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Yeah, I was talking to some guys the other day. It's like he almost reminds me of character from Dodgeball. Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of he has that kind of that.
I mean,
comes across like Jason Bateman. As an announcer.
Oh yeah. On the Ocho.
On the O Show, yeah.
I mean, I remember, all the crap
take.
When Phil Simms left and Tony Romo took over. For me, Tony Romo's a better color commentator than he was a quarterback.
Absolutely.
I do like him. And then, and of course, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck have been working together forever, and they always will. I mean, Aikman was a great quarterback. He's a pretty good color guy. Not great, but I mean, there's nobody like Jim Nance.
No, I love Jim Nance.
I mean, Jim Nance could call a chess match, and I'd watch it.
No, Jim Nance can call anything and make it great, It's like Al Michaels. Al Michaels is another guy. I love listening to Al Michaels talk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember when it's Al Michaels, Dan Deerdorf, and somebody else was doing Monday night. Now it's everybody's favorite Joe Buck.
Right.
Yeah, everybody. I just don't see what's, I don't think he's as bad as everybody else, but strictly my opinion. But for Tony Romo, I can deal with Tony Romo. And
Tony Romo does a great job.
Yeah, it's like, he's very good at calling out what's going to happen. Because, but Oh, Aaron Rodgers doesn't need
I
to retire.
agree. I absolutely agree. Aaron Rodgers needs to retire.
Yeah, I mean it's just Aaron got his ring in Green Bay, just like Favre got one. Then what did they do? They both went to the Jets. Mm-hmm. Then eventually Favre unretired, went to play a year for the Vikings. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about a slap in the face to your old franchise? Right. Yeah, leave and go. That'd have been like Walter Payton leaving and going to play for the Lions.
Right.
So I mean this year. I mean, I saw this reel. You know, okay, the refs are in on Patrick Mahomes, and they penalty, pass interference, numbers 1, 2, and 3. You know, automatic first down. We'll spot the ball wherever Patrick Mahomes says we're gonna. Then it was like illegal formation. You know, the other team, and then he's just like, you know, okay, first down, touchdown. Chiefs win 50-0. You know, all hail Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I mean, Mahomes is that good of a player.
Oh, he's that good, but he just blows smoke up their ass so much, you know. It's like,
yeah.
But he's paid to do that too. So.
Yeah, I mean, he has his 3 rings. I mean, and probably more to come.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm thinking he could be another Brady.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if they can get somebody to replace Kelsey, because Kelsey knows I don't know how many years he's got left, and besides, if he becomes you know
Mr. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Mr. Taylor Swift. I wonder if he'd change his last name. Although rumor has it is the new owner of the younger owner of the Chiefs that inherited the team. You know, has tried saying Taylor. He don't want Taylor at the stadium anymore. She's a distraction.
Yeah.
So
she's a distraction. Yeah, she's been a distraction.
I hate having to see her on the.
Oh my God! I remember we did a count last year during the Super Bowl. How many times is Taylor going to be on?
What, about 20?
Every time she's at a game, she gets at least 10, 12 screen caps on her. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just like I had posted a meme or something with Taylor Swift jumping up saying, and I was like, yeah, and her saying Taylor. Or it's like, yay, the Chiefs to score, hit a home run.
Answer John's question. I don't know who could beat them this year.
No, they could just come back to win everything.
I just don't see.
I could see them losing one, maybe.
I don't know who could beat them, though.
They're going to go back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think they're going to be the first team to three-peat as well. I mean, you wonder. I mean, you look at the organization. They had the one Super Bowl way back when I'm trying to remember who their quarterback was way back when. I remember they showed him on the sidelines at halftime drinking a Fresca and smoking a cigarette.
Right.
Len Dawson, I think, was their quarterback way back when. And they showed him on the sidelines, during halftime. Yeah. He was smoking a cigarette, drinking a Fresca.
Uh-huh.
Kind of what they did back then.
Well, back then it was a different time.
Different time. But yeah, I just don't see, and the 49ers ain't going back to the Super Bowl, not for how they're playing. I mean, I could see it this year either being the Eagles, maybe, or the Falcons are surprising a lot of people. They ain't got a great record, but they've been playing well.
I'll tell you who the turnaround team this year from previous year, the Steelers.
Oh, yeah.
The Steelers are really, from where they were a year ago to now, holy shit, they're a good team this year. They've always been a good organization.
Yeah.
And I won't knock them for that. I've never been.
They've had 3 coaches in my lifetime.
Yeah. I'm not a Steelers fan. But I will acknowledge that organization did what they needed to do to become a winning team again, and quickly. Yeah, they didn't play around for 4 or 5 years. They're like, no, we're gonna do what we need to do now. They want to win now. That's a testament to their front office.
Yeah,
they
are
ownership.
I've seen them in. I was young when they won their first 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
The two back-to-back ones. Mm-hmm. And then I remember 40. I remember watching them beat the Seahawks.
Right.
I remember watching them in 45 when the Packers won theirs with Rodgers. Yeah. That's who they beat were the Steelers. Mm-hmm. The Cowboys beat them once for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys played the Bills back-to-back years.
Yeah.
When they won theirs, and the year they were off, then the year they went back, the Cowboys beat the Steelers.
Right.
So,
Yeah, Taylor can't go anywhere without bodyguards. No.
Yeah, she's as wealthy as she is, and she still wants to charge $1,000 a ticket to her concerts.
The rich getting richer. That's all there is to it.
If I ever had a kid and she said, "Dad, I saved up my $1,000. Can you take me to go buy my Taylor Swift ticket?"
Hell.
Fuck no.
No. I never got the hype of Taylor Swift. I've never got into her hype at all.
Yeah,
A lot of people are. I mean, but I know I haven't. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't understand.
No, I never will. But well, we're getting close to our top of the hour, 8 o'clock. I know we got kind of sidetracked talking football, but that's okay. That's what this show does.
Yeah.
You know? We talk a little bit of everything. I mean, our topic of the night is the election, but there's only so much election you can talk about with.
Yeah.
We can analyze it all day, but we kind of do bounce around from topic to topic, and that's okay. That's what this show's known for.
Mm-hmm.
We are just. We may have a main topic, we have a main focus, but yeah, we sidetrack. And that's
Yeah,
okay.
a little bit.
Yeah, that's what we do. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and take our break for 8 o'clock, and we'll be right back. We'll be back about 8:06 ish. So, all right, everybody, stay tuned. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Lay down. Heads up.
The Mets up at the
Bunt, baby.
The count 2 balls, 1 strike.
Bunt.
Pitcher steps up on the mound, checks the runners. It's a tense moment. Here's the windup. The pitch. And it's a line drive. The shortstop makes the catch. Looks for second. It's a double play. It's all over for the Mets. The ball game's over.
I told you to bunt. They never listen to me.
A great play, ladies and gentlemen.
In New York City, everybody's an expert, whether it's baseball or beer. There are 302 beers trying to make it in New York today, but only one has made it to the top. The rich, dry lager, Rheingold. In this town, either you have it or you don't.
Why don't they ever listen to me?
As the holiday season manifests itself, it is more than custom to witness various degrees of inebriety evident upon the members of the populace through an over-imbibing of stimulants traditionally in supplement of this time. In other words, everybody's a little bagged. However, not so in this industry. Here is Mr. Ernie Kovacs to present the commercial for Dutch Masters. Next time, step up to finer smoking pleasure with Dutch Masters, the fine cigar.
What made Milwaukee change its mind? What made Milwaukee change its mind? Hello, I'm Rex Marshall. Yes, the big beer question these days is, what made Milwaukee change its mind about beer? Well, if you like Milwaukee beer, and I guess everybody knows that that's America's best beer, I'm sure you'll be mighty interested in the answer. What made Milwaukee change its mind? Well, let's ask a man from Milwaukee. He ought to know.
Yes, I certainly do know, and I'll tell you all about it. You know, Milwaukee is where almost all the fine, world-famous beers are brewed. Over the years, more and more people, right here in Milwaukee, have come to realize that Blatz is the finest of all the fine beers. That's why today, in these modern times, Blatz is Milwaukee's favorite beer by far. Yes, no doubt about it. The flavor of Blatz is what made Milwaukee change its mind about beer. The Milwaukee Journal proves it in black and white. You see, every year this newspaper conducts a citywide survey on beer preferences and publishes the results. Now see for yourself how Blatz has been preferred by Milwaukee year after year after year. And take a look at this. Nowadays, Milwaukee prefers Blatz by an even greater margin.
Well, you know, winning an honor like that, year after year after year, in America's beer capital, is surely the greatest possible tribute to the flavor of any beer. Don't you agree? So the next time you order beer, remember, it's so easy to enjoy Milwaukee's favorite beer. Just be sure that you order Blatz, Milwaukee's favorite beer, Milwaukee's finest beer.
Ah, home sweet home, the little nest, where after work a man can rest, or take a peaceful stroll outdoors, doing little simple chores.
Weed the garden, cut the grass, paint the window, fix the glass, trim the shrubbery, grind the axe. But take it easy, dear. Relax.
Oh, these little women have a way, but maybe I forgot to say, she always has my favorite brand, Carling's Black Label beer on hand.
What a happy thought, hey, Mabel, a great idea, Black Label, nothing too good for good company, Carling's Black Label beer,
The quality brew at the popular price, enjoy the best, take our advice,
get Carling's Black Label,
Carling's Black Label beer.
Mabel, Black Label, Carling's Black Label beer.
You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McEwen and the Regulars.
All right, Earl and Tony back with you on Some Kind of Radio Show, hour number 2. Don't worry, we're only going 3 tonight.
Yep, only 3. 10 o'clock, we're done.
At 10 o'clock, we're out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work comes very early tomorrow. So. Oh, boy.
But, yeah. And, John, in response to your last comment, yeah, you know, my buddy Jason, you know, Cohen's dad, our stud running back we had this year, because he had a kid named Mason.
Yeah.
Spelled it Maysun for a guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's different.
But he was a stud running back, so nobody ever made fun of him in school.
Yeah, no one's going to care.
But yeah, then he has no more kids to be running back, so we could suck again next year. Who knows? But yeah, Rockets lost yesterday in their third round of the regional playoffs. Yeah. We lost to Lake County Perry. So we had a great season. We went undefeated.
Can't go wrong.
No, not really. No.
It's a good year.
And Streetsboro next year in their division. We gained Kent Roosevelt, who sucks anyway.
Right.
Talmadge is always good. We gained another school or two in our, because they're in the Metro Athletic Conference now.
Right.
We still play Cloverleaf, who's so-so. Norton's not good anymore. Coventry's always sucked. Springfield, God, I feel bad for them kids.
Yeah.
I don't think they've won 2 games the last 3 seasons. But anywho. Okay, back to election.
Back to the election, yeah. Well, like I said, we know what the results are. We all been there.
Yeah.
You know, it's again, that was a crazy night. You know,
yeah.
Like I said, like I was saying before, you know, I was so tempted to stay on a little later, but no, I just couldn't do it. I mean, 6 hours sitting here.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Well, we made it till 1 good.
Yeah, I got to 1:30, and then by 1:30, I'm like,
we're done.
Well, the thing is, we didn't have any idea it was going to get called that night.
Yeah,
the way it's gone in years past, you know, it's like
it's been days.
It's been days or the next morning, you know.
Yeah, and I woke up and I had a feeling Trump was going to win. You know, so I was just like,
well, as soon as let's open up the map here. Let me pull the map up here for you.
Yep.
Okay, there's the map. You know, when what was it, Arizona? Well, Arizona got called late, but what was it?
Trump even won Nevada.
Yeah, when Trump won Nevada, that's pretty big. Well, they called PA at a decent time.
Yeah, and he was like 267 after they called PA.
When he won PA. When he won PA and Michigan, that's it. You know, that was,
Yeah,
that
those
was
were
it.
the big states, and he won Wisconsin, which he narrowly lost. I mean, hell, as far as I'm concerned, why don't we give Minnesota to Canada?
You're right.
I mean, just because, you know, they implanted all those Palestinian refugees there.
Yeah.
And you look, and that's why the one congresswoman, she married her brother to get into the country.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she can obviously be a congressperson. She can never be anything more than senator or representative. But,
right.
you know, there's, you know, we got all those, and it's just like, you know, I mean, you know, for the most part, New England's always going to be liberal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and, you know, okay,
Oh, yeah,
Virginia, I wasn't
New England.
surprised.
Yeah, well, I'll pull the map back up for us.
Yeah,
here.
let's pull the map back up. People don't need to see my ugly mug all that much. Illinois, yeah, Chicago, and yeah, it's kind of always been a liberal state. Colorado, I wasn't surprised. New Mexico, there ain't many people there to worry about.
Yeah.
And you know, and then the West Coast, I mean,
you know, California's going liberal.
yeah, I mean, and we knew
not always, but I mean, historically, for the most part.
And you know, I mean, and we, it's just like with the way things went. I mean, you know, okay, Trump was going to win Ohio, Florida, obviously.
Florida was a big no-brainer. Texas was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
want to talk, and then you know, obviously, rural America. You look the Dakotas, Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, Missouri.
You look at Florida and Texas alone. That's 70 of your electoral votes right there.
Yeah.
You know, then those are the two biggies. You know, for sure. You know, Pennsylvania was just a huge flip.
Huge win.
You know, huge win.
Because you remember early in the night how big of a
Michigan was a massive win.
Yeah. Well, you remember how early in the night how big of a lead Kamala had in PA.
Yeah.
Then as the votes started coming in, the Amish were a big vote for Trump.
Right.
You know when the Amish are coming out for you, you know how God-fearing those people are.
Oh, God, yeah. No doubt.
And it's just, you know, we were watching, okay, this state gets called, this state gets called.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, then all the Nimrods on CNN.
They were, well, you know.
Well, we're not going to call this yet.
It could go any way. They were looking for any stretch way to not call it, you know. But, you know, it's, like I said, Fox News was all over it, you know. I mean, they were, I mean, we pretty much mirrored Fox News's projections, you know. With, you know, our projections were right there with Fox News. Well, thanks to our projections were courtesy of Fox News.
Yeah.
But we definitely followed Fox News on the projections because they've had a good track record of nailing it. So I'm going to follow Fox News. You know, CNN has good election coverage. But at the same time, I was so tired of hearing the talking heads. You know, and it just. We got to figure out a way. They were just kept looking for ways to see vote counts. And at one point, they were even kind of without calling the projection, they were even going, "There's no way for her to win." Why? And they didn't even understand. Like even I think the one announcer didn't understand why they didn't call it. He's like, "I don't." He goes, he actually said, "I don't understand why we haven't called it yet. There's no path for her." There's no path for her to 270.
Yeah, but once Trump hit 267,
you pretty much knew it was going to hit.
Yeah. I mean, there was no way she was going to come back and win 272 to 267.
No, there was no path. I mean, there was just no path.
And I mean, and the states that she had an early lead in were only because they had the results from the bigger cities first.
Right.
Then they get out to rural America outside of the major metropolitan areas, and everybody else voted Trump.
Yeah.
And it's like
I said, the CNN announcers are like, I don't understand why we haven't called it yet. You know, they said that on air. You know, I don't understand why our projection desk hasn't called it because there's no. I've heard the one announcer saying there is no path for Kamala to win. Why haven't we called it?
Yeah.
So, but they didn't. They waited till late morning to call it. You know, way late in the morning. I think it was like after 7 when they called it finally. But.
Yeah, I woke up early, and I still woke up at like 7 in the morning. I mean, I went home and
I didn't turn on CNN right away. I did turn on Fox News when I got up because I had, like I said, I had to be at work the next morning early. So I mean, I popped on Fox News at 6:30.
Yeah, and I just got tired of the next.
I listened to it, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, the telltale sign, too, Tony, and I think we said this when we were sitting here, was when Kamala's aide come out and said, she's not coming out tonight.
Yeah, she left over.
They are.
And here's the thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
She raised almost $1 billion for her campaign.
Yeah.
Now she's $20 million in debt.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Well, and the funny thing.
And she's supposed to she was supposed to fix the economy.
Yeah, tell me how. And then they released a list of how much she was paying all these athletes for their
Benjamin.
Paying all these people for their endorsements.
What's up, buddy? Hello. Did you have a fun time at the store, at the phone store? Oh yeah, you can see it. You can see the excitement in your face.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good times had by all, said no one.
Yeah. See, I picked on my buddy Dan last night because I tried asking him if he was going to go anywhere to watch the quote fight, and I said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna." I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna go to your brother's. You're gonna sit there and choke your chickens."
The women's fight was so much better than
That's
the
what I
Tyson
heard.
Fight. Oh, that women's fight that got nasty.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the headbutts and that one chick's eye was her eyelid was filleted open.
That
Yeah.
fight was better than.
That was one of the best fights of the night.
Now there's another good fight tonight.
Old
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Old Stipe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were
Stipe's
talking
gonna
about that.
get his ass beat by John Jones. and
Probably, yeah, but I mean,
he's going back after it, and that's what I was like this morning. I'm like, everybody was talking
not worried
Tyson
about-
Paul.
Yeah, Tyson and Paul. That they forgot about Stipe and
Stipe,
John
Stipe, whatever.
Stipe.
Stipe. Yeah, what a name. But
Luckily, I don't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
I can just go home and watch it.
There you go.
yeah, see, a lot of people were, and and everybody, half the people I knew, I'm having no problems with my Netflix. The other half of the people,
Dude.
It was bad.
it was bad.
Well, it was here. I mean, like I said,
You got fiber.
I got fiber, and it was still bad.
I don't think Netflix was ready.
They weren't prepared
They were
for
not
No.
prepared
They weren't prepared for the
They-
influx. They had so much. Their bandwidth was so overloaded.
Oh, God.
Their servers were just they
You-
weren't. keeping
And they
up.
got to get ready because a
You
month and a half they got to start broadcasting WWE Raw Monday nights.
Yeah,
That won't take that much. Like,
it'll probably be big the first couple of
I
weeks.
mean,
Yeah.
true, but with
Because they can go rated R on Netflix,
Yeah.
which is what they're planning.
With
That's the
the
And they're
plan.
they went back to 2 hours. They were 3 hours
They're
forever.
going back to 2.
They
They're
went-
going to go back to 3 when they go back on.
Yeah, when beginning of next year,
Yeah, Monday night.
Everything's going to be
there'll
3
be
hours.
3 years on USA for SmackDown on Friday night.
Yep.
There'll be 3 hours on Monday night.
Yeah.
They've got big enough rosters; they can do it.
And they have enough storylines to
Yeah.
cover
Fuck
3
yeah.
hours.
And their
now.
women's division is huge.
Oh
so
God, yeah.
well, and the censorship that they won't have to worry about.
Right.
on Monday
Yeah,
nights.
SmackDown will be a
and
little
on
more
Netflix.
tame.
Well, SmackDown will be PG-13,
Yeah.
but they're already starting to go back to the blood.
Yeah.
They were very anti-showing
Yeah.
any blood before.
Raw's going to show why they're Raw because they're going to be a lot more.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
hell
they'll be a
yeah.
lot more gritty.
And McAfee's coming back.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
back. Yep, he'll be
Once
back.
the college is
He's
over.
honestly, him and Michael Cole,
They do a great job.
those
together.
two
Yeah.
are together.
And they have a great chemistry on
Oh,
air.
fuck yeah.
And McAfee's just got so much energy.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
and he loves it.
Yeah.
McAfee on anything. College game day.
Yeah.
WWE.
He could call a chess match and it'd be energetic,
Yeah.
That
And
was
I love
McAfee.
watching his show when I get a
Oh,
chance.
I turn it on.
Oh yeah, his show.
1 in the afternoon, he's on ESPN in profanity.
Oh,
But they
fuck
tell
yeah.
you,
Oh yeah.
but it's cable TV, so they can do it.
Yeah.
So, but no, I was saying like last night, my buddy Dan, and I was like, oh, you're probably going to go to your brother's Choke the Chicken, and you guys are going to sit there drinking. They drink Steel Reserve. You think Bud Ice is bad. I'm like, Steel
The
Reserve.
reserve is disgusting.
College kids won't even drink Steel Reserve.
God no.
I was like, or did you guys upgrade to Natty Daddies?
When I was like completely like down on my luck, poor, I still wouldn't drink Still Reserve.
The cheapest beer I ever drank was Busch Light.
I think Natty Lights are still better than Steel Reserve.
Yeah.
Remember Keystone?
Yeah, they
Oh.
still make it.
Oh, remember we bought some and
Well,
we did
yeah.
a review on it. It was so bad. We took one sip and said,
yeah.
nope.
I
I bought a 12-pack of it. We all took a sip and we're like, nope,
Forgot about that.
nope.
I forget where I was, but
It
I
was
saw.
so bad.
I was at a convenience store, and I actually saw regular Michelob and Michelob Light, because they don't sell it out here anymore.
Right.
They still make it. The Budweiser guy, they were like, these places can still order it, but they don't. The only Michelob anybody sells is Ultra.
Yeah.
You know what I saw at the grocery store today that I was really surprised they still make?
What's that?
MGD.
MGD is still very good.
It's still great.
I mean, I don't drink beer that much anymore. I really don't.
We were drinking the shit out of that in the early 90s
But
when it
it's
came
a
out.
beer yeah, when it came out. Well, when it first came out, I was more of a Budweiser guy back in my 20s.
I was all about Bud Ice because it was a stronger beer.
And I like Bud Ice too. I drink a lot of Bud Ice. But then of course, over time your palate changes, and
now I won't drink anything, cheaper than Sam Adams.
I really don't drink a lot. I mean, I have to be like in a mood for a beer to have a beer.
Yeah.
I got to be in the mood. I'm more of a bourbon drinker now.
And I found something for you today.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I almost was gonna buy it. It's a whiskey bourbon glass.
Oh yeah.
And it had a cigar holder on it.
I've seen those.
I was
are cool.
like, hey.
That'd be perfect for the
Literally
shop.
on the side,
when we go to break, I gotta get something out of my car. I gotta show you a couple things I picked up yesterday. They're in my car still.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You went shopping, didn't you?
Well, no, I had a trip to the winery yesterday. So I gotta show you a couple of the bottles I picked up.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
It's fucking hot here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how warm do you have the heat up?
I don't know. It's probably see upstairs gets cooler.
Yeah.
So, down here,
it
gets hot.
I was like, ooh.
That's why I just shut the vent. But
sweating.
But yeah, it's like upstairs. I mean, upstairs isn't too bad, but you go upstairs. Oh yeah.
Because the warm air rises.
Yeah.
Well, and also
It's
it's
cool
not
up there.
even that cold out today.
No.
It's
Our house just has a chill to it. There's evenings we have a chill to it. Like right now, I know it's not too bad out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm still waiting on somebody for Christmas or Hanukkah, depending on what you celebrate. I celebrate Hanukkah. I still want somebody, anybody wants to spring for the 150 to buy me my bottle of Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select since I found it.
We'll start a GoFundMe for Tony.
Yeah.
150.
Start a GoFundMe for Sinatra Select for Tony.
Because they don't have it in pints, but the guy's like, you're here delivering our stuff often enough. He's like, give me a call and
That's what we need, a GoFundMe to start a bar for down here,
Yeah, exactly.
Hell, I got stuff that's been in my house a little while to donate. Half a bottle of gin. I got a full bottle of vodka. It's Kettle One, but I put it back into my crystal head.
Yeah.
You can send $5 or $100 for liquor fund. Actually, that reminds me. I've been sitting on this bourbon that I keep forgetting to bring for you.
What do you got?
It's double charred.
Double
bourbon.
charred.
So not double oaked, but
Double charred.
Double charred.
I'd be interested.
It ain't
in
that
trying
quality Cincinnati bourbon you had. That
Oh Jesus!
Hell,
That's so bad.
Hell no.
That stuff was just like.
And see, bourbon, there's such a wide variety available.
Well, it's like
good taste, bad.
Because Wild Turkey's considered bourbon, right?
I think so. Well, it's like, what was it? I got it. I was somewhere. I was at the bowling alley.
Shocker.
And I was at work, and the pro shop guy goes, "Hey, you want a drink? Yeah, I'll take bourbon. What do you want?" I'm like, well, I got you one.
Oh God.
Pours me a fucking Maker's Mark. Dude.
I would have been like,
Now, have you ever had the 47?
Yeah.
Is it any better?
No.
No. Because I know people that swear
In my
by
opinion, no.
I know
Some
people that
swear by it. Say it's so much better, but
Well, I know people that swear by Maker's Mark to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad, whenever he had bourbon on his bar, it was always Knob Creek, because that's what he liked.
Knob Creek's not bad.
Yeah.
I can drink Knob Creek. I'm not a fan of Makers at all. Remember we bought the 3 bourbons here? We were like the worst bourbons we could possibly drink, And that was like before I really got into the bourbon thing. I'd love to do another bourbon show again.
Now,
since I have a palate and some ideas of things I actually enjoy drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about these and review them. One of my favorites is the 1792. The single barrel 1792. That's a great one.
Obviously, you like your Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace
Dude,
is amazing.
And
I'm
Woodford
waiting.
Reserve.
I'm waiting
Oh, yeah.
to find another bottle
Yeah.
before I open the one that I have.
That's understandable.
Because
Well, it's a little more readily available now. Too.
that's what I'm thinking.
It's
I
a
guess
lot
I
more
haven't-
readily
I
available.
haven't tried hard enough.
You can get it. I mean, just go on your go on the OHLQ site. It'll tell you where you can get it.
Now, you know who had a really good surprise?
Is that an app?
Yeah.
OH what?
OHLQ, Ohio Liquor Control.
I had no idea.
And you can actually, it'll tell you where you can get, because all the bottles, they know where all the bottles are going.
Yeah.
So you can you can type in any bourbon or liquor you want, and it'll tell you where you can buy it.
Yeah, I'll have to look because...
OHLQ.
OHL?
OHLQ.
Yeah. Look in your Apple store, and I'm sure. Because, for me, I had just always been looking around, but I'll tell you what, if you want to...
Find it?
If you want a good selection of some hard-to-find stuff,
yeah,
go to, and I'll give them a free plug, Corkscrew Johnny's on Brecksville Road in Richfield.
Okay.
Might be a little bit of a drive for you.
OHLQ.com.
Okay.
But they have an app for it.
Yeah, I typed it in the App Store, but nothing's popping up.
Because I had went to pick up orders, and that's when I saw
Just go to the website.
So, yes. See, I never knew that.
Because you're used to, going to, Acme or something in their state stores.
That or Giant Eagle.
Yeah, those are... And the store basically only...
the app, they must have took the app down. But, yeah, go to the OHLQ.com, and it'll tell you.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
The more you know. I want to hear that little dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. Yeah, because, every place you go, I could go someplace if I wanted to get Absolute Pepper to make Bloody Marys. Not every store is going to carry it.
Right.
They all carry Citron and Orange and all that, but there's a 3 ounce pink grapefruit vodka that I really like. When I drink vodka tonics, I tend to drink flavored vodka just to give it some flavor. And I think there was a Stoli blueberry that was really good. But if I'm making a regular drink with vodka, then I'm gonna use unflavored. And I typically always buy Kettle One. I like it. I like wheat vodka. I don't like corn vodka. And don't like corn vodka, and I'm not. And I've tried Polish vodka, which they make theirs from potatoes.
Yeah.
And Belvedere is very good vodka. It's top shelf. Mm-hmm. And then they make another one called Chopin. Mm-hmm. But they use potato base, whereas everything in Russia is all wheat base.
Right.
But you get other places, and they make it corn. And for some reason, corn vodka's got too much of a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Vodka's not supposed to have any taste at all.
That's just like wheated bourbon. I'm not a big fan of wheated bourbon.
Yeah, and the same way, I don't like single malt Scotch.
Yeah.
I like a blended whiskey.
Right.
I could drink Dewar's if I had to. I'd much prefer, obviously, to drink my Chivas Regal.
Right.
Like I said, I tried the 24-year-old and it didn't taste much better than the 12.
Right.
It wasn't worth the price upgrade.
Right.
I'll stick with my 12. That Monkey Shoulder.
Oh, that's good.
That was very good for.
That's a good Scotch.
Not for being a common. I have no taste for Johnny Walker.
No, I don't either.
I don't know.
If I drink Johnny Walker, it's got to be the green.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've liked is the green. Not a fan of the red or the blue. The green's good. I like the green. And for the price, it's better. I think it's better.
Now,
I think it's a better bourbon.
If you ever get a chance,
for Scotch.
If you ever get a chance and you're somewhere and they have it, the one Johnny Walker I like, but you can't find it many places, is called Johnny Walker Swing.
Okay.
It comes in a weird looking bottle, almost like a Crown Royal looking bottle.
Okay.
But it's called Johnny Walker Swing, and it's kind of a roundish. Imagine a Crown Royal bottle, kind of roundish. It looks like a sun.
Gotcha.
That was actually very good.
Doing some perusing there, Ben?
Oh, hey, Basil Hayden. That's on there.
I like the toast. Basil Hayden toast.
That can't be bad if it shares my last name.
Buffalo Trace is bourbon, correct?
It is. Okay. You may have to go under whiskey, and then you get American whiskey, Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, American whiskey. It'd be under American whiskey.
Yep.
What they have it listed as.
Because that's what basically bourbon is.
Is American whiskey.
Yeah.
American.
But it's just all in how it's stored and distilled.
Right.
I mean, you got a bazillion varieties of Jack Daniels now.
Yeah.
I mean, you got all the bonded stuff, single malt. You've got the Sinatra Select, which I've never had a chance to try, but somebody told me if you like Jack Daniels, the original Black No. 7, this is like it, but much smoother. It's something you could definitely drink on the rocks. Most people I know that drink Jack and Coke.
Right.
But this is something you could definitely drink on the rocks.
I've never been a big Jack fan.
I had this because it's something. Yeah. It's consistent every time I've had it.
Yeah, it's consistent. I don't ever get that hankering for it though.
No.
Speaking of Jack Daniel's barrel proof.
I heard that's going to be strong.
70,
barrel proof is going to be stronger.
$70.
Yeah, I'm sure it's about 100 and some odd proof too.
Well, it's like if I went to the bar I used to DJ karaoke at out in Warren. Yeah. They were big Jack guys. The three guys that owned it.
130 proof.
What for Jack?
That's
Anytime you see cask strength or barrel strength, it's gonna be strong.
The single barrel that they always had. I went out there and there were nights. Well, we're gonna get you a deal on a room at the Comfort Inn. A block away because. Yeah, you ain't driving after a Jack Daniels party.
Right.
Have you had Four Roses?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Is that bourbon?
Yeah. Four Roses is good.
Okay. Yeah, I've always seen it, but I haven't.
It's good. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's good. I'm not gonna. It's not a bad bourbon at all. Dude, I've had it a few times.
There are so many brands.
There's so many out there, man.
Yeah. Well, but this bourbon's had a recent explosion.
Yeah.
In the last several years, so now you get all these companies that are coming out.
Well, like a lot of my buddies at the cigar shop, who used to be pretty much diehard Scotch drinkers,
are now switching to bourbon.
They're switching to bourbon because they're like, to buy a decent Scotch, they're spending $65 to $70.
To buy a decent bourbon, half the price.
Decent bourbons, hell, the one I buy,
Old Forester
for $23.
Yeah.
And it's a good bourbon for $23.
Well, that's why, back when,
It's easy drinking.
1870?
And it does not...
Old Forester 1870?
No, that shit's strong. I like the regular... I like the regular Old Forester, which is 86 proof. And it's easy drinking. And it's all about the flavor, and I can drink a couple of those.
Okay, this one's
doesn't phase me.
90 proof.
Yeah. Well, they have there's the 1910, the 1920. There's the Statesman, the old Statesman version of it. They're all higher strengths, but I just like the plain simple 86 proof Old Forester. It's $23 a bottle.
Yeah,
and
that's why when I was buying Scotch for my house, I'd sit at home on the computer on AOL on nights that I didn't go out, and I could sit there and just drink it over. Dewar's was a good.
Eric, what's up, man?
Dewar's was a good, a good cheap Scotch.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
I mean, like I said, I've had a lot of the higher end Johnny Walkers. I mean, I won't ever knock them because I know that's what people like. The moment I tried Chivas, I'm like, I found my stuff. And then, of course, being a Sinatra fan, come to find out that when he wasn't drinking Jack, when he was in the mood for a Scotch, that's what he drank.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is 8:30. Let's take our 8:30 break.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back, everybody. Some kind of radio show coming at you live. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
There's one sure way to beat that tired, thirsty feeling that naturally follows a hard day's work. Just stop in at your friendly Stag Tavern. Look for the sign of quality, Stag Beer on Draft, and order a cold, thirst-quenching glass of famous Stag Beer. There's nothing else quite as refreshing, as satisfying, and as downright good tasting
because Stag's flavor is the result of over a century of brewing experience. Notice Stag's rich, creamy head. Taste its can't-be-copied, smooth, dry flavor. It's America's first dry beer. Extra brew to give you that extra beer-drinking pleasure. Enjoy a cold, golden glassful of Stag beer on draft today at your friendly Stag Tavern.
I remember an uncle of mine whom I loved very much. He lived by the sea, and I often spent all day on the beach with him just walking along. He liked to smoke cigars, and each time he took one out, he asked me the same question. Do you like music? Yes, I'd say. Well then, here's a band for you. He'd put the Robert Burns band on my finger, and we'd go on walking in the sun. Years later, that memory made me start smoking Robert Burns. This is the Robert Burns Panatella, an especially wonderful cigar with a rich and comfortable taste because the tobaccos are nature filtered for mildness and better taste. No artificial quick curing for Robert Burns. Every leaf is slow cured in clean air. Why don't you smoke a Robert Burns cigar soon? They come in 5 different shapes, from 2 for a quarter to 25 cents.
Bye-bye.
This is Bert Instant Refreshment Peel talking to you from ringside at New York's famous Madison Square Garden. Our guest tonight is the famous hockey star, Philippe Duprade.
Bert thought you'd be interested in why Mr. Duprade prefers our refreshing beer. Unfortunately, he speaks no English.
Never mind, Harry, I'll handle this. Monsieur Duprade, why do you prefer Peel's beer? Je ne comprends pas.
See, Bert, he doesn't...
He said because Peel's is just what he looks forward to after a long, hard night on the ice. He said
But, Bert, he only said a few words.
Never mind, Harry. Let's whet a few appetites and show the viewers what Big Philippe means. Here it is, viewers, instant refreshment from the first taste.
Well, that's because our beer is cool brewed, chilled as it's brewed and aged. And that locks in that clean Peel's flavor.
Ah, mais c'est la bien Peel's. Alors, comme c'est rafraîchissant, comme c'est magnifique.
What's he saying now, Bert?
I think he's trying to say hello to his mother in Montreal.
You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McCune and the Regulars.
So proud I hit the right buttons.
You did, yeah.
They grow so quickly, don't they?
Yeah, welcome to the radio.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Oh. You think, like, after doing it for so many years.
Well, there's so many. Well, I add stuff all the time, and I change some stuff up and try to, make it a little bit more.
Excuses.
Dude, I don't work it every day. Okay, I work this board once every 2 weeks, and maybe
3 if
maybe
you're lucky.
3 if you're lucky. I don't know. But welcome back to the show, everybody. Decision 2024 Backlash. So Ben, how much crap have you heard from people about the election results? I mean, how much are you hearing?
How much am I hearing?
Yeah.
Yay! Everyone that voted for their person won. So
yeah.
I mean, all my friends are one side and the family's the other. So it is what it is. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, so many people were nervous, but I had a feeling Trump was gonna run away with it. I mean, what you guys said earlier about Biden should have
dropped out much earlier.
Yeah, to give.
He didn't. Like I was saying to Tony, it wouldn't have mattered who you put in that spot.
No.
In 110 days or so to get ready,
still
run a campaign, and
everyone wants Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, the big thing right now is the economy.
Exactly. It's not good.
Again, like you said, you voted for your wallet. I mean, I've always been big on the economy. The question that came out was, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Absolutely not.
Hell no.
No, I'm not.
You know what's funny? 4 years ago, I made less, but I had more money.
It's spent better.
It's spent better.
But
You
now,
know, I mean, everything now. I mean, shit.
I mean, and it's like, and go back 4 years ago. I mean, everybody's like, we need to raise minimum wage.
No, that's what killed us.
Well, that and people are like, well, they don't need to raise their prices. They were gonna.
Oh yeah, well, you think about it. It's a start from okay. You're gonna raise minimum wage, great. To cover those wages, you got to raise cost of goods to make up for that. Because you think owners of companies are going to take a pay cut so little Sally here, a 16-year-old in McDonald's can make minimum wage? Hell no.
And it's just like, well, yeah, we gotta pay. And I'm like, here's the thing: if when you get out of high school, the only job you're qualified for is either stock shelves at Wally World or flip burgers at McDonald's, you need to reevaluate your life choices.
Right.
well,
I mean, I've had a lot of jobs to where I made barely $1 or $2 above minimum, and I struggled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's just and I started the last job employer that I worked for. I started at 1175 in 07. When I left 4.5 years ago, I was only making 15 an hour.
Yeah.
Then you want to pay these little turds 15 an hour to flip and make hamburgers?
Right.
Well, and and there's a difference where they can some kids want to find a job while in high school, but that's all that they can do. But then there's the ones where, I'm working flipping burgers, but I should be making $20 an hour.
Right.
And there's a difference. Like some people can only do that while in high school.
Well, you think about it. What they pay, they say they pay McDonald's $15 an hour. My wife, who's in healthcare, only makes $20 an hour.
Yeah.
And she went to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She got a degree to do what she's doing.
And that's the other thing, too. Working in the healthcare side of business.
I mean, we're going to be paying on student loans for the next 10 years. Just so.
Healthcare workers get paid jack shit. Yeah. And
that's why,
really
she right now, she's talking about going back to school to become a LPN. She wants to do it because, that'd be a big, but,
my
jump, but it'd be a lot more on her.
Yeah, my ex Kelly, you met her.
Yeah.
The one time she came over there, and when I met her, she had been an LPN for years. She worked in the jail as a nurse. She wanted to get away from that. The nursing was burning her out a little bit. Sure. She did her online school and got her master's in industrial and organizational psychology.
All right.
Then she, something that really interested her. Mm-hmm. Then she got her master's degree, and guess what? She couldn't do nothing with it. Right. What's she doing now? She's back to being an LPN.
Right.
And she's making more than a lot of the RNs that she works around.
Oh, yeah.
Just with experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's now doing the administrative part of it.
Sure.
Because,
when you get in the administrative end of things, you're checking your pay way up.
And that's what they told her. Every place now is like, the hospital that I was in that you came to see me at. Yeah. They only had nurses, aides, and RNs.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, LPNs and RNs can do the same thing. They can dispense medications and yada yada. And then, but the aides were basically there to deliver food trays, empty my pee bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lori was telling me, she made more when she was working at Select Medical as a nurse aide. She was making way more.
Because that's the hospital I was in.
Yeah. Well, she was the one out in Fairlawn.
Okay.
But she was making more than I make now.
Yeah.
She was wiping asses. Except she got tired of that. That's a lot of. She was working third shift.
Yeah.
Kicking her ass. She made good money, but she's picking up dead weight people. 300-pound people, and she's like, I can't keep doing this.
It takes a toll on you.
It took a toll. She did it for about 6-8 months, and it took a.
The
money was great, but it took a toll on her.
Being in that industry, you don't make enough.
Yeah.
No, not for what.
For.
No.
Even
as much money comes in, for hospitals and hospital systems, they don't pay shit.
I'm not saying what, but even for what I'm doing, it's we're like the face, of the company.
Well, you do, Ben. No, you do a lot.
You do a lot.
You do a lot.
Now, and obviously, tell me it's none of my fucking business. Are you making better money now than you were at Blaze? Similar?
Like $1 more.
Okay.
So I mean, but
you're also not stuck in a factory.
Correct. I'm not stuck in a factory, which is nice. I enjoy being out on the roads, but also that's part of the job too, where you're driving to point A to point B to.
Yeah.
You remember that job that I had, right?
Yeah.
The driving job. I was on the road for like a few. I worked for her a few months, but there's a lot of shit that she didn't teach me. That's why I told her to go to hell.
Right.
I mean, she was sending me out on the road. We got busy. Oh, I can work you 11 hours on the road a day, 14 hours total. You need 10 hours off because that's restrictions.
Right, but
and then I'm like, okay, and I'm like, back to back to back, and you expect me to come home at night? You want me to go out? And she's like, well, yeah, we're giving you.
Eric just made a comment here, and I want to read it.
It's gone up much.
And if you don't go to college, you aren't going to go anywhere. Well, buddy, I hate to tell you this. That's not exactly true.
I mean,
I didn't go to college, and I do pretty well.
I graduated the summer I graduated.
What?
I started working in a factory, and I was there for 10 years.
I mean, you're right, but there's a lot. It's kind of a double.
There's a lot of gray area.
There's a lot of gray area there, Eric. Let me kind of preface this here a little bit. Okay, what I do for a living. Okay,
an acquired skill.
Acquired skill, dying trade skill.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sought after, and they pay me pretty well to do what I do. Very limited field. Now, like if you're starting out doing what I'm doing, you don't make very much money. My wife, who went to college, works in the medical industry. She makes less than I do, and she has a lot harder job than I do. I mean, physically, my job's harder, but she has a harder job for what she has to do as far as the type of work she does. So you're right. Yes. You're wrong. Yeah, it's a gray area, Eric. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And there's so many people, and like my thing, you don't have to go to college per se.
Yeah.
But like trade school's big.
Trade schools. Yeah.
We always need welders. We always need auto mechanics. We
Welders
always need heating and air
insane
conditioning
money,
people.
If
you become a welder, you're
climbing on beams and welding high atop. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
fuck that. But it's
I mean, like do like a factory welding job. Factory welders make a lot of money. I mean,
I've thought about that before.
I thought about it too
when
at
I
one
was
point.
welding in the factory every now and then.
Yeah, I can kind of half weld. I do a little welds here. I do some welding at work every now and then. I mean, is it high quality welding? I don't know, but it's enough to get me by.
Chicken poop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was. I mean, it was like you go to mid '90s. My buddy had opened up a pager shop. Then I got in, partnered with them. We were together a few years.
Yeah.
Then I left. You know, we parted ways, and then we had a mutual friend of ours who worked at a place in Akron repairing pagers.
Right.
There was still a big business on them. I knew in a few years it was going to die. Cell phones would take over.
Right.
And my buddy Dan's like, well, go over and talk to this guy Lyndon, who I went to work for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
If Lyndon don't hire you, I'll move you down here because he lived, northeast Columbus, and I'll put you to work because I know you know how to repair pagers. But he's got all the finest bench equipment, so I didn't have to take a soldering gun to replace the screen on a pager. He had a little thing. I could have just put it down there, stuck it, put the little thing on there, and it would have lined everything up, and you do them, and it takes you like a minute.
Right.
And he's like, the only thing we use a soldering gun for is if you got to, solder a wire. So, I knew how to do that. I was in what do they call it? Subprime lending.
Yeah.
I went to work for the company my brother worked for. It was easy to close loans because people knew that when they were calling you, they had shit credit, they had equity. Right. Okay, my rate's going to be a little bit high.
Right.
And the customer was always the customer twice because, number one, they called you, you had to put them on an adjustable rate mortgage. That's the only way to get them a good rate.
Right.
Then before 3 years down the road, before the rate adjusts, they call you back, and then I could do a refinance, get them into a fixed rate because they had a better score.
Right.
Not get them any more money, but basically just get them into a fixed rate.
Right.
Lock their payment in, so they were always a customer twice.
Yep.
I had months I was bringing home commission checks of like $7,000, $8,000. That was my bring home.
Wow.
And I would always have a really good month. An average month was a few grand in commission.
Yeah.
I had, and I would have, I would have a great month, an average month, $4,000 or $5,000 take home.
Yeah.
Then I'd have $1,000 or $2,000 take home months.
Right.
It was always great, okay. It was
peaks and valleys.
Roller coaster.
Yeah.
I was smart enough, though. I didn't go out and have that $25 lunch every day like a lot of the people I worked with did.
Right.
They pissed away a lot of their money.
Right.
I mean, when the company closed spring of 2007,
right.
I had like 25 grand in the bank that I did,
Right.
I lived good.
Yeah.
I lived good.
You didn't live beyond your means, though.
No. I mean, I went out to lunch once a week.
Yeah.
We went out on Fridays. Sure. I brown bagged it the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really have no extravagant,
Right.
And then, of course, I ended up falling into the vending thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good job for 13 years.
Right.
But I wasn't going to stay there or work 10 more hours a week for the same money I was making.
Right. Oh, yeah. I don't blame you. I remember you talking about that when it was all going
They didn't, because they never promoted any of the drivers to management. They always hired everybody from outside.
Right.
Yeah. Now they get desperate post-COVID, and one of my drivers is a manager now. But yeah, I mean, you go and it's just, I don't understand, these people they think that McDonald's is a career. Manager, maybe. You can make great money as a manager.
You're in management of, you're in management of anything,
Yeah.
Like, I look at what I do for a living. Everyone looks, I tell everybody what I do for a living. They go, you get a real job. Dude, yeah, I do okay.
Dude, if you saw what I was making for this not-so-real job.
Yeah, you would be like, yeah, okay. I mean, I do okay. I mean, I pay my mortgage, and my mortgage isn't cheap, not for this house.
Not living in Cracker Falls.
No.
But I mean, it's just, everybody's got to look out for themselves.
Right.
I mean, Ben, you probably know. You probably watch some Netflix, don't you?
Every now and then.
Every now and then. Do you remember the show that all these liberals are quoting that they don't want to go back to, where all the women are had the rights of the 1930s? The ad for the show has these women are wearing these white Amish bonnets.
Yep.
What show would?
Yeah, exactly. You're right there, and I agree with that part of the statement.
Yeah,
with
teaching
you.
medical engineering. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, and that is the perception. And I agree with you as well. You saying that. You're right. Like to be a manager in retail, people shouldn't require a college education. Another job that needs a college education, be a manager, like call centers.
Yeah.
And that is like the most you don't have to be smart to do that job.
No.
I mean,
but that's
it's not fun.
It's not fun by any means.
But it's a job that you have to have a degree of some sort to be a manager in a telemarketing call center. And it's like, for what? To sit there and monitor phone calls?
Ring, 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 hello.
Yeah.
Ring, 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 hello.
Yeah. Make sure you're saying all you're doing is you're playing a coach and trying to offer bullet points. Hell, a car salesman manager can get a job doing what they're doing when you don't need. If you're a good enough salesman, you can become a sales manager.
If you hit your quotas and
you you're a skyrocketing guy, and you're like, hey, this guy knows his shit. Yeah, you want him as a manager.
But you also have to be you
have to be hungry for it
and open and bubbly to be able.
The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah,
is what they're trying to. Somebody just messaged me, and it's what all these liberals are trying to tell you that
sure
the life's going to go back. Oh, women aren't going to be able to vote anymore. Women aren't going to be able to do this anymore. They're going to be property. Blah blah blah.
Right.
We're going back to the Handmaid's Tale.
Well, like I said, I said earlier in the show, you look at the top positions he's appointed so far.
Yeah.
White House Chief of Staff.
Women.
Be a first female ever in that role.
Yep.
And,
Press secretary, woman.
Yep. Well, most of them usually are.
Yeah.
But, again, he's going to have key people, key women in key positions. Period.
Yeah, it's just, you can't, everybody's like, well, if you voted for Trump, you're a racist misogynist.
I voted for the economy,
Thanks, Dan.
I voted for the economy, Trump is what he is, okay?
Yeah.
Do I think he's a good person?
No.
No. But he's a good businessman, and he knows how to get stuff done.
Yeah, everybody's like,
that was my
well, what
point.
about all those bankruptcies? And
I
I'm
didn't
like,
vote for the man. I voted for the
person to fill the job.
I voted for the job. The guy I felt would best do the position.
Yeah.
You know, am I a fan of him? Absolutely not. No. But as a person, no. But, like I said, the guy knows how to get shit done.
Yeah.
And he knows how to fix the economy. I mean, he's going to do that. Well, you look what the fucking Dow's done.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
from the time that he got called as, hey, he's going to be the president-elect, everything started skyrocketing. Then you hear some of the overseas fighting's kind of slowed down a little bit now. You know?
Yeah, everybody wants to talk peace.
Yeah, everyone wants to talk peace now. So, gee, tell me they're not afraid of his ass. So, that's just my opinion. If you don't like it, that's fine. I have my opinion.
Everyone has their...
You got your opinion. Does my opinion right? In my mind, yeah, but not necessarily has to be right. Your opinion. It could be a differing opinion. But you know what? You're perfectly entitled to your opinion, too.
Yeah.
We can agree. Folks, here's the whole point. We can all sit back and agree to disagree.
Yes, we can.
It doesn't have to be ugly. I may not like your politics or your politics. Here's what I think. Doesn't make me right. Doesn't make you right. Does it make me right? No. Does it make you right? No. Is it you wrong? Are you wrong? No. Am I wrong? No. It just depends. Everyone's got an opinion. And you're entitled to it. I'm entitled to mine. You're entitled to yours. Great. Yeah. But we can agree to disagree, folks. And we can be civil about it.
Yeah,
I've seen so many people say, if you voted, I saw a couple people on my Facebook, if you voted for Trump, unfriend me now.
Right.
And I said, here's how I put it. I said, well, I'm not going to give my political I'm not going to go on Facebook and announce my political affiliations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not going to do it.
And I've told people, you know,
I'm doing it here, but you know what? It's a little bit different here than going on Facebook and verbally and sparring with people in back and forth chat messaging.
Yeah, I've told people, I'm a small businessman. I want to keep my political opinions to myself. I don't want to alienate people.
No, I don't.
Liberal and conservative money is both just as green.
No. And, you know, as a podcast host, I don't want to alienate anybody. I'm entitled, you know, I have my opinions. Great. We don't have to agree on them, you know?
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm not going to hate you for, I'm not going to hate Joe over here who voted for Kamala.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's your opinion. That's who you voted for. Great. That's the thing about this country. We had the right to choose.
Yeah. And and some of the insanity on the left, well, between the Handmaid's Tale, they think we're going back to the concentration camps for all the queers and the transgenders. Oh, it's going to be illegal. No. I don't know if you had heard, Russia already announced that, they're not going to let anybody from the U.S. adopt any of their babies anymore because, because we allow transgender and gay people. Have you ever heard of a group in Russia called Pussy Riot?
Mm-mm.
That's the name of it. It's all female group. They're all lesbians. They make great music.
Oh.
But they had to go underground because with the fact that they're gay, Russia doesn't allow it. So.
I was just seeing something.
There's also no need for shaming as well.
No need for shaming.
I feel like, why the hell would you vote for that person? There's no need for
And there's so much of that. And I've seen, I haven't taken any personal backlash because I'm not throwing it out to spew it out to everybody.
Right, exactly.
I'll do it here a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm not forcing it on anybody. I'm not saying, hey, we won, woohoo. I'm not doing that. Even if Kamala won, great, okay. You know what? 4 more years of that. We'll survive. It's going to suck, but we'll survive. And that's how, I'm happy about how it turned out.
Right.
Okay? That's my opinion.
Exactly. And
then there's some people.
Remains to be seen. We'll see how it goes.
And then there's the people, I'm going to move to Canada. Okay, have fun, move.
And if you're one of those people that says you're going to move to Canada, Ennio Barhopper will be happy to drive you to the airport for nothing. I've already volunteered my services.
Oh,
all these people that say, and I was waiting because Bette Midler said she was going to drink Drano if Trump won. Hey, bet, I'll buy it for you. I'll pour it for you on the rocks. Chug away.
Free rides if you're moving to Canada.
Yeah. Well, did you ever see, I don't know if you ever saw that short.
At that point, you might as well start just driving them to the border. And just drop them off there.
Well, it's a shorter ride to the airport because we can't border.
True, but I mean, you could always rent.
He would have a caravan of buses going.
I was going to say you could rent like a caravan of buses.
I'll rent a Yoder toter.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm just like, all these people, and then you see all these short videos on TikTok or whatever that people are posting, like they're bawling their eyes out.
Folks, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. In 4 more years, when you lose something, what do? You come back next time better prepared.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
4 years.
Hell, I was telling Earl earlier, I said, Jon Stewart, liberal man himself on this Daily Show, he's like, he came out and actually said some things that made sense. He's like, Democrats, you want to know who to blame for Kamala losing the election? Look in the mirror.
Right.
He's just like, there's so many Democrats that voted for Trump just because Kamala was the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. And, I mean, she already ran as vice president for 4 years, and we kind of
she didn't do much.
No, that, she didn't. I don't think she visited the border once in 4 years.
And I think, I'll give her credit, I think she did once.
Oh, okay, 1 out of the 4 years. Okay.
And she was the border czar.
And that right there.
Eric, well said, buddy. Well said. I mean, you really should have to go to school. You should. I mean, you should. Should you really have to go? I can't have my glasses on. I mean, you should really have to go to school to be a talk show host. We need more smart, non-lifetime politicians to run this country. We don't have to agree. Just respect other views. Absolutely, that's the way it needs to be.
Yeah. I mean,
I have a lot of I'm a card-carrying Republican. Okay, I will say that. I will admit that. I have a lot of Democrat friends. I respect their opinions.
Yeah.
I may not agree with them, but I'm not going to argue with them over it. Like,
it's not
let's
worth
agree
it.
to disagree. That's be respectful to people.
But the problem is, you voted for Trump. You're a bad person.
Right. I heard that. Not directly at me, but
you hear it from everybody.
I hear it from everybody. Like I said, I've seen some of my friends, Facebook friends. If you voted for Trump, unfriend me. I'm not going to unfriend you. I don't care about it. It's what happens over now the next couple of months. My life's not going to change over the next couple of months.
No.
I mean, it's going to take a good year to start seeing any real results with the economy. I mean, it's going to take a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's been in such a shitter.
It's going to take a while.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
No. But does, like the big things that affect me personally, the economy needs to get better. I do worry about the border. You hear so many horror stories about things going on at the border.
Yeah.
But the big one for me is the economy. I mean, that was the number one talking point for me, was why I voted the way I voted. And hey, sorry, I know how. Like I said, I said just a few minutes ago, I make way more money than I did 4 years ago, but I have a lot less now.
Yep.
I made less money then, and I had a lot more because I got more bang for my buck 4 years ago than I do now.
And we didn't have $12 Big Mac meals back then.
No, we did not.
Hell, we had $1 McChickens and 24-hour Walmarts.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Those days are long gone. So let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with our final hour after these important messages. But are they really important?
Yeah.
No, but they're important for us. It gives us a minute to stretch our legs.
Smoke them if you got them.
Take it. We'll be right back, guys.
National Fair will bring you the story of National
beer. And while I'm singing, I'd like to say it's brewed on the shores of the Chesapeake Bay.
My, that sounds like the old troubadour. Hi, Troup. Who are your friend with that boiling on his neck?
This is Lord Baltimore, first governor of Maryland.
Must be drumming up folks.
In 1670, the royal nominee, Lord Baltimore, would fish, and harmony laid great store by easy living that still prevails today.
There's shingaty-goises and crabs and clams, and there's fried chicken and Virginia ham. But for ams, they're only side dishes to serve with national beer.
National beer, we'll pour out the story of national beer. And while we're about, we're proud to say it's brewed on the shores of the Chesapeake Bay.
We're today's New Muriel, the fine cigar. The pleasure that we give is really better by far. I'm today's New Muriel, only a dime.
Why don't you pick me up and smoke me sometime?
Everybody likes a rapper, really they do. It's luxury light and it's pleasant for you. She's today's New Muriel, mellow and right.
You're gonna like me, friend, I'm just your type.
Everywhere we go they seem to like her shape. Firm and trim and handsome, so easy to take. I'm today's New Muriel, only a dime.
Why don't you pick me up and smoke me sometime?
Muriel, I'm Muriel Cigar.
And remember, Jack's beer is premium brewed from 100% natural ingredients to give you real beer taste. Don't just ask for beer. Say Jack's, the real beer.
Mr. Gumbeiner,
Yeah.
do you have trouble with your R's?
No. Why?
You're saying premium brewed in real beer. It's premium brewed in real beer.
Yeah, that's what I say. Premium.
No. See, you're saying premium with a W. It's premium with an R.
Premium.
No, that's what I mean. It's premium with an R. Premium. Or say R. Or premium, put a hard P. Or
Premium.
Yes, premium,
yes,
real,
right.
real,
Thank you.
premium.
I think I have it.
Go ahead.
All right. And remember, Jack's beer is premium brewed from 100% natural ingredients to give you real beer taste. Don't just ask for beer. Say Jack's, the Beal Cheer.
Mr. Gumbeiner?
I'm awfully sorry.
My neighbor,
Yes, sir.
I want some light, what's this beer? You know that beer that's, has that famous straight from the barrel taste in bottle, can, or on tap. What is it? It's got the name of a bay. What's this beer? You know, light but not too light. You know, the beer that they say has that straight from the barrel taste. The taste of people who really know beer like best. What is that? What's this beer?
Well, what is it called?
Whoozy beer. Whatchamacallit beer? Beer. It's on the tip of my tongue. Who's gonna call it beer?
I can't serve it to you if I don't know what it's called.
What do you call it? Straight from the barrel, light but not too light.
I know.
What's this? What is that? What is that called? That beer? What is it? What is the name?
I have no idea.
Double L light lager beer. 1 L for light and 1 for lager. Double L light lager beer. Light lager beer by Valentine. Light lager beer is here. So ask a man for a double L light lager beer.
Yes, light lager beer by Valentine is here. Double L proves a beer can be truly light and still give you the lager beer flavor you want. Say Double L for a double treat.
Light lager beer by Valentine.
You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McEwen and the Regulars.
we? Oh, here we are.
I had to hit the button to like bring back.
You had to find it.
There's a lot of buttons here.
A lot of buttons. Hi, man.
It's beyond my pay grade.
A lot of buttons.
Why did it look like you got ran over by a truck? Huh?
Well, I told you, just gotta stop shoving it up your ass and walking on your elbows. That would hurt. It's a joke, Lori. You got the same thumb thing going I got going. How bad? Let me see.
Were you?
It hurts to like grab things and bend my thumb.
Oh, were you bowling?
Like I don't know.
Where's it hurt at?
Like from my knuckle to like here.
You're getting it in here. That's the same spot I get it. It's like, even now, like I still got down through here. It'll be fine, you know.
You are not well with pain.
No, she's not good
Munch
with pain.
and pain don't work.
Munch and pain don't work very well. So you gonna go tomorrow morning, get it checked out?
Hopefully, if I can get in tomorrow morning.
Deep
I go
breath.
to work at 10:30.
You ain't gonna make it. You gotta be there at 9, or you got because they don't open till 9 o'clock.
Deep breath.
Well, what time you work till tomorrow? 5.
They all close at 5.
What time you work Monday?
3.
Then go Monday morning.
We'll wrap it up.
You been taking anything like ibuprofen? No, I know it's been bothering. I'd take a week off bowling Tuesday. You should. Well, go. You can go watch. Just don't bowl. I know you love bowling, but you got sometimes it's not worth it making it worse.
It's not worth the pain.
No, just let it heal up. You know, I bet you probably pulled something or strained it. You probably strained it, you know, and then the only thing you can do for that is ice. And ice, a little bit, probably a brace, yeah. And then maybe, you know, then you have to take like ibuprofen or naproxen, you know, to help the inflammation.
I might still have a brace somewhere.
You know.
I haven't bowled in 2 years. I have not picked up my bowling shit.
I haven't picked up a ball in 2 years.
2 years.
I haven't picked up a ball in 2 years.
I have not gone. I haven't been like, I'm going to bowl for fun.
I've made a decision now. I'm going to start playing golf.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Top golf.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm going to start playing golf.
I'm telling
Akron.
you.
The thing is, like, if I wear a brace to work, they're going to want to know.
You hurt your thumb.
Why
They
would
ain't gonna
they
care.
Why would they care?
As long as it doesn't affect what you're doing.
You can tell them to fuck off.
Yeah. They ain't gonna get
Is your
it.
middle finger still working?
They'll be fine with you. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to see if I have a brace upstairs.
Okay.
And ice it too, because it'll help numb it.
Go talk to Lori too. See if she's got any suggestions. Okay.
Have you been to Topgolf at all?
Nope.
No. That should be a field trip sometime.
Yeah.
Because that is fun, and it's just like you can practice, but you can also just like go and have fun kind of things.
Yeah, if my buddy Dan's still listening, you might want to go to Topgolf because he golfs all the time. He's got more snowmen on his card than I see in all the Christmas ads this year.
Yeah, I mean, we should go out next summer because it is a fun, enjoyable,
I haven't played in 10 years.
Well, that and
so,
like, you know,
I mean, it's
you know what you can do when you're out golfing? Smoke a cigar.
I know.
Which is also nice. Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward.
I've
to,
done more golfing than I have bowling.
I'm looking forward to starting golf again, just because I used to play a lot back in the day, and I just got so busy with life, you know. I just
no chance.
I didn't have a chance. Now I'm kind of like,
you have
okay, I'm gonna start playing golf.
Dude, let's do it. You know, I just thought of this.
What?
A cigar lounge golf outing?
We've talked about. Actually, we're talking about putting together a league.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Except they probably won't let me in because I never show my face anymore.
Oh, they'd let you in because they know you. They know me.
I know. That would be fun, though.
No, because Lou's thinking about putting it together.
Oh. Is he a golfer?
Yeah.
I haven't golfed in probably 5-6 years.
He wants to put together a traveling league. It goes from
course to course to course.
He wants to go like,
so you can go to Chenoweth one week and then go to like Good Park and
he wants to try to do that. If we're talking about maybe we just kind of track our own thing.
That would be kind of cool.
That'd be kind of fun. He says,
you know,
probably get 12 or 14 guys.
I'd be down, depending on like what day.
I don't know what day they're talking about.
But I mean,
that's why I told them too. I said, it really depends what day you want to do it.
Right, depending on day. Like Wednesday out, maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday, or like my.
Yeah, I think they were talking about Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I could probably pull.
They were talking about Thursdays or even Fridays. They were talking about going Fridays.
Now, when you golf, do you golf 9 or 18?
Yeah,
9.
we have Voltaire, and that's good stuff.
9. I've done a couple 18, but 18 is like you have to mentally be prepared for that.
You got to be ready for the
because
full day.
like
that's a long
that
day.
is a long day of like by the 9th you're like, oh shit, I have 9 more to go. No. So like
we're talking about doing like a 9-hole.
Yeah, like I'm good for 9.
Yeah,
but
we were having a discussion about putting together a league.
See, we had now like if you go to Rose's Run, you've got a cart, so.
Which that's pretty much my go-to because I'm close, and that's a really nice
course.
Course.
You always get cart. Yeah, you have to use the cart there. You can't walk the course.
What do you mean?
At Rose's Run.
You can, yeah.
Well, every time I've went there, it's like everybody carts.
Yeah, you can walk it.
You can walk it.
Oh, dude, you can walk every course. It just the people behind you might hate you, but
yeah.
I mean,
just say play through.
Right. But you can walk every course.
Yeah.
Roses is definitely not one I would do just
No.
because of you're going from one neighborhood going under, but I mean it's still a that's one of my go-to courses just because it's nice.
Close.
It's.
Have you ever been to Raccoon Hill?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, but that or Fox Den. That's another
Fox. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
When I was still playing, I played Fox Den.
Fox. We would always.
I subbed in a league there a couple times.
Okay, yeah, Fox Den. They've changed. They've redone their course a lot and changed some holes up. Another easy one for like either beginners or starting back up is Mulligan Springs in Suffield.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Par 3.
That's a good way to get the irons out. And swing
that's like
especially when you want to work on your short game.
My buddy Dan would still probably on a par 3 course get triple bogeys every hole. I mean, I asked him. I said, dude, I may not golf with you. Why don't we go out to a driving range?
Well, the cat got let out of the bag. The family's getting me golf clubs for Christmas, so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
I'll be ready to play.
I golfed once a year for 5 years when I was at AVI because I got invited to Bridgestone, to Firestone Country Club, to play the day after the Invitational. The course was tore up from the pros using it for 4 days straight, plus practice. And you had to play from the black tees, from the tips, just like the pros do. But everybody had caddies. We were all assigned a caddy, and we had a dinner afterwards. So I got to go golf with the pros did for free. But everybody had 1 o'clock tea time because then we had decided to play through our day before it got dark. So and then 8, 9 o'clock. Hey, let's everybody head back to the clubhouse. We'll have dinner, go home, and I got about 5 hours of sleep before I had to go to work on Tuesday. But it was worth it to go out and be able to play it. Not many people can say they've played at Firestone Country Club.
Well, and that's one of those, like, I want to play at Firestone, and I want to play at Silver Lake Country Club.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I know the race.
You want to talk exclusive?
Yeah, that's like.
Well,
I was looking to see how much a membership was.
Oh yeah.
Then you can't afford that.
No.
Fuck no.
I was like, wonder if I know anyone that has, because that seems like a nice freaking course.
I know a couple people that have some exclusive memberships through
Silver Lake.
Yeah.
A couple of them. Yeah.
Mm.
So.
What about Bushwood? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I wonder if we can get Danny Noonan to caddy for us. Noonan.
That would be like, that's one of my dreams to play at Silver Lake, just because I drive past all the time. And it looks nice.
Yeah.
From afar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a gorgeous place from what I've heard.
If you ever get a chance to, go to Aurora and golf at Walden. I had a buddy of mine who lived in the Walden condos. And when you live in Walden, the condos, you're automatically a member of the country club.
Oh.
And his dad didn't golf much, but he wanted to buy a house there. Well, they bought a condo there, and so me and my buddy Todd used to be able to go out and golf.
I like to play Mayfair back in the day too.
Mayfair was.
I played that a couple of summers ago.
I like Mayfair wide open. You know.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's a country club now, isn't it, or is it a public course?
Public.
Okay.
And then another one in Streetsboro is
Boulder Creek.
I played there before. Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's another nice one. There's an island one that they have. Woo!
Found it? Good.
Found the brace.
But yeah, I mean, I'd love to. There's a lot of courses. Like I used to love to play Chenoweth. I used to love to go out and play Mayfair.
My buddy
Fox Den.
Remember when Maple Crest was still open in Talmadge or Brimfield?
Yep.
My buddy Dan and his brother would go out there and play before they opened. And by the time they were at like their 14th or 15th hole, somebody would say something to them. They're like, hey, nobody was up there to collect our greens fees. But yeah, and I mean, I've told Dan, I'm like, but he doesn't want to golf against me. You know, he hits his woods about what I hit my irons. Right. My putting's not great.
That's one thing. My game was always like I was good on the green. I could putt really well. My biggest hang up. I mean, my short game was semi decent.
Yeah.
Driving. My driving was just all over the place.
I'm opposite, where like if I can hit the ball straight, I'm good driving.
Yeah. Well, if I could hit it straight. I used to have to hit my 3-wood. I could never hit my driver, my old clubs. I could never hit my driver because I could never hit it straight enough. So I'd pull the 3-wood out. It was a little bit stiffer shaft. I could hit it straight. The driver, though, I had a hell of a time trying to hit that thing. I actually had to play the slice.
And I have
you had to aim right if you wanted to go straight.
I have a slice too, so that's what I have to do.
Yeah, I'd aim left because you need to
aim
slice.
left.
Yeah, you aim left. And
and then it goes, yeah. So, like, my drive's good, my iron game decent, but my putting is...
Yeah. My putting was always good.
Yeah, my putting.
I was always able to read the green pretty well.
I mean, when I had my clubs, I had 6 clubs in my bag, and that's all I had a driver, I had a 5-wood, I had a 3-iron, I had an 8-iron, I had a hybrid wedge, and a putter, and that's pretty much what you need. Because I'm not one to sit there and examine, well, what iron do I got to play this distance?
Well, but that is part of the game, too.
Once you get better, then you know what you hit your 7-iron, you know what you hit your 8-iron, you know what you hit, you start learning what
how far
your
you hit your...
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I know people that they carry, they carry their driver, their 3-wood, their 5-wood, they carry their 2 through 9 iron, they've got 2 wedges and a putter.
Yep.
And now, if you want to golf too, I can get Titleist Pro V1 golf balls for my brother. They're gonna say the name of the bank he works for, but he gets that kind of crap as promo stuff to give away to people he closes loans for. What he does, he gets them and sells them online.
Also, do you know the cat out of the bag? What brand you got or no?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
It's probably something on Amazon. It's probably an Amazon thing.
I mean, when I go to
what
buy,
do I need? Come on, dude. I'm gonna be like a beginner again.
I mean, when I want to get
anything fancy,
when I want to get clubs again, I'm going to go up to that place on Howe Avenue that sells all the used sporting goods.
Do it again.
Yeah, play it again.
Or play it again.
Yeah,
do it again. Whatever. Yeah, I mean,
just because of the fact I can get a cheap egg, I can get cheap clubs up there, and
that's the thing. It's like
I don't need any pro level stuff.
At some point, I
don't.
Well, at some point, I would love to get some new clubs since I've been rocking my clubs since I don't know middle school. So
I've had them for a minute.
Yeah. So
are your woods still made of wood?
Just about.
I remember my very first set. I had real wood was.
Yeah.
Very first beginner set. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but golf is just one of those. You go out and you're out to have fun. Like if you suck, you suck.
Yeah.
But you're just out enjoying. And I feel like golf really blew up during COVID.
Oh yeah,
because it was a way for people to get out.
It's one of the few things people could go do because it's wide open spaces.
Exactly, and they were all open. You're outside. You're
away. You're away from everybody.
Right,
yeah.
and it like when COVID happened, that's when like golf really picked up.
People started taking it up again,
and it was like, oh. Wow, this is one of those.
I've been wanting to for the last 2 years, and I finally said this year, coming up, I am gonna take it. So as soon as I get my clubs,
oh yeah,
I'll be calling Ben. Let's go to the driving range.
Let's go.
Let's go to Downview.
Well, and that's a good place to go too.
Oh, because heated.
Yeah,
got heated bays.
And I mean, Top Golf is good to go and have fun, but
if I want to go like really work on it,
actually work, Downview is definitely
that's a great place to go. I used to go there for I lived right there forever,
Right,
and it was so funny. I lived right there, but I never went.
Yeah.
Or even Brookledge.
Brookledge is a good course to play too. Brookledge is a nice place.
That's a good course as well.
I mean, when I was in high school, we used to go out to the driving range, drink and try to aim the golf ball and hit the guy in the cart trying to drive around the street.
Oh, we used to do the same thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Watch out.
We didn't even have to get the drunk to do that. We just did it.
Yeah. No, you don't have to get drunk for that.
Yeah.
It was more entertaining when it was drunk.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to
we definitely got
getting out there again.
Plan our,
I said I can't bowl anymore. I don't think I'm going to bowl anymore.
No.
Just with my hand issues and my thumb, my wrist.
You can only do bowling.
I've accomplished all I'm going to accomplish.
Bowling wise.
Yeah. I've realized that.
Like you've got an 800, right?
Many.
And you've had
300s.
Like 55 300s.
Like 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you have more than Phil.
Yeah, 32 300.
I mean, I've yet to reach any of those accomplishments.
Yeah.
And I realize I might never reach those accomplishments.
Remember a few years ago, I threw the 2 300s in one night.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after that, I'd be like, all right, done, shoes hung up.
Yeah, I did 2 in one night.
I mean, I've had 3 300s. 2 were on 9-pin no taps, and one of them was on Wii.
I mean, again, I've gotten one in 9-pin no tap before. But that's still.
I think God's making some.
I was gonna say, what's God doing? Is he sipping on margaritas upstairs now?
Yeah.
Is that his new thing in his room?
He didn't.
Did he?
He liked it. We didn't love it.
Yeah, okay.
Because he's not big into drinking.
Did he? Feel
we were at the same place on Sunday.
Yeah.
My two of my.
Yeah, he liked it. He just was kind of like first taste. He's kind of like. Of course, they made these margaritas fucking strong.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and he's like, he kind of turned his eye up like, Dad, I taste the alcohol. I was like, yeah, keep drinking.
Keep drinking.
You'll enjoy it.
You'll enjoy it later.
Then the funny part is they threw down 2 shots of tequila for his birthday.
Oh, God.
And he didn't touch. He's like, no.
Did you?
I drank them.
Yeah. There you go.
He goes, I told the bartender, he looks at the bartender, he goes, I'm not drinking that. And he goes, well, your dad can. As well, I did. So
It's like we were there on Sunday. My friend Christine, my friend Steph, took me to Mason, and and I didn't drink because I was planning on driving later that day. And of course they told him, well, we're here, we're a week and a half late, but we're celebrating his birthday. So they put that fucking big heavy sombrero on me.
Yeah.
And come out and sing and everything.
Yeah,
they're like, tequila.
They didn't do that for him because we didn't eat there.
Okay.
We just stopped there for a drink.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So I said, we're celebrating his birthday. I said, we're not doing anything crazy. I said, he's going to have his first drink. So he ordered a margarita. He ordered it. He ordered himself a strawberry margarita.
Good choice.
And I
should have gotten the jalapeno one my friend Steph had.
That's what I had.
You had the jalapeno margarita?
That's a good one. Yeah. That's tasty. Very tasty.
I mean, and then then of course.
Okay?
Yeah, Lori just said get up at like 8:45 and go over to see him in the morning so he can get X-ray.
Okay.
I just might be a little late to work tomorrow.
They'll understand.
Let me know.
Okay, I'll let you and Rachel know.
But yeah, we go up there and so they come out afterwards and they bring shot of tequila. Christine drinks hers, Steph drinks hers, and I told they come over because they had said tequila, and I said, I know you're going to give it to me free for my birthday, but can I request a variety if you have it? And they were like, sure. I'm like, you.
Pounding upstairs.
What's God doing?
Oh, she's walking. Okay.
That makes sense.
I don't know what God's doing. I don't want to know what God's doing.
But
I thought he was drinking his tequilas or his margaritas upstairs.
Yeah, no. He's.
But
you think that's a one and done?
I think he would do it again. I just don't know.
Like
if
different.
You know, I feel like
I don't know.
I told you, Earl, we need to sneak him out of here and get on a road trip to Toledo.
Yeah.
He said he would drink those hard Arizona.
I was gonna say, I feel like he
Yeah.
would be a Mike's Hard kind of.
He'd be like a Mike's Hard or a Arizona.
If he likes lemonade.
Twisted teas.
Twisted tea. Well, they have an Arizona hard tea now.
Ooh.
They have the peach one, the regular one. And
He would probably drink that because he likes that kind
Because
of
I used to like the Mike's Hard half and half, the tea and lemonade type of thing.
Yeah, they have like the twisted tea ones. The only flavor I can drink of those is the peach.
Yeah.
And even then, that's way too sugary.
Yeah.
And sweet.
One of the worst
See,
hangovers.
you would love it because it's sweet.
Yeah.
One of the worst hangovers I ever had was getting. We were out at a bar, and I got buckets of Mike's, and I got 2 hard limeades, 2 hard lemonades, and then I tried a cranberry lemonade. They were good tasting, but I just can't drink sweet shit and get drunk on it.
Right.
Worse, horrible hangover. The Mike's Hard iced teas weren't bad, but no. Yes, I ended up. When I asked them for my tequila, I said, "You happen to have Hornitos?" And they said, "Yeah." They were like, "Why don't you drink a good tequila?" I said, "You don't want the good tequila request I have." I said, "I want Don Julio Real." That's $25 a shot.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, it's the bar I used to DJ karaoke at. Their distributor got on this big display for the wall, and I remember the one night I'm there for my birthday, and I like Cabo Wabo, and the only tequila I really like is the Reposado. I don't like Añejo, the real brown stuff, and I don't like the clear stuff Blanco.
Right.
So I would drink Cabo, and the one night Buddha, one of the owners, was like, "I know you're a tequila guy for shot wise." And then he's like, "Try this." And they only had Reposado and Don Julio. Because Don Julio, even the cheap stuff, is $125 a bottle.
Yeah.
And he was like, "We sell it for $25 a shot." Yeah. I'm like, "All right." I tried it, and I said, "You know what? It's good. It's smooth enough. You don't need salt or fruit with it.
Yeah.
But I still like my Cabo."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah." He's just like, it'll take us a while to sell the bottle. Motley Crue came out with a tequila that was pretty good.
I heard that. Also, I just thought of something. The peach tea and the peach crown.
Oh yeah, he'd probably drink that.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he would like that. It's all the fruity crap.
That's still dangerous.
It is.
That's still very dangerous.
Is. All right, well let's take our last break.
I gotta go use the bathroom.
Hey, play with it. Just don't talk to it.
Okay.
Good advice.
If you shake it more than twice, you're playing.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Some kind of radio show. Be right back.
Cigars, cigarettes, Cigarillos.
Just thought I should make a change. Well, actually, it was my wife's idea.
Cigars, cigarettes, Cigarillos.
Would you care for a...
Cigars, cigarettes, Cigarillos. Cigars, cigarettes, Cigarillos. Cigars, cigarettes, Cigarillos. Cigars, cigarettes, Cigarillos.
Cigarillos by Robert Burns. The modern smoke found at all the right places with all the right people.
Okay, the Mets behind. Met on second and third.
Lay down. Heads up.
The Mets up at the
Bunt, baby.
The count's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Bunt.
Pitcher steps up on the mound, checks the runners. It's a tense moment. Here's the windup. The pitch. And it's a line drive. The shortstop makes the catch. Flips to It's a double play. It's all over for the Mets. The ball game's over.
I told you to buzz! They never listen to me!
A great play to keep them.
In New York City, everybody's an expert, whether it's baseball or beer. There are 302 beers trying to make it in New York today, but only one has made it to the top. The rich, dry lager, Rheingold. In this town, either you have it or you don't.
Why don't they ever listen to me?
Refreshing.
Hints of lakes and sunset breezes dance and sparkle in each glassful. Hands the beer refreshing, hands the beer refreshing, hands.
Refreshingly yours from the land of sky blue waters.
Have you read the label?
Sure.
Have you taken a look?
Sure.
The story behind the label reads like an open book.
It seems to me you have excellent reading taste.
Where there's life, there's fun.
Have you read the label? Let me put it this way. Do you know of any other beer so proud of its ingredients, it prints them plainly on every can and bottle? Next time, make it Bud. Budweiser, king of beers.
Sure. You're tuned in to Some Kind of Radio Show. Now, here is Earl McCune and the Regulars.
All right, welcome back to Some Kind of Radio Show. Last 25 minutes of the night. Tonight's gone by pretty quick. But after doing that 6-hour show, this is nothing. It's a breeze.
Yeah. 6 hours for this.
And you're right, Crown Peaches. I don't drink a lot of it anymore. I have a whole bottle here, and I hardly ever touch it. I've turned to bourbon.
Have you tried the blackberry? Or did
The what, Crown?
Blackberry? No.
We had it.
We
I talked to people and they said that. And I've never seen pineapple anywhere.
Ew.
No. Yeah, it's Crown
That kind of
pineapple.
sounds gross.
The salted caramel was okay, but I'm not a big caramel person. The maple I liked.
Yeah.
The peach was obviously pretty good. The vanilla was okay.
Yeah.
It all depends what you want to mix it with.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you that night you took Alex up, you should have got him a cement mixer. Bailey's and lime juice, and it'll make the Bailey's curdle up like cottage cheese. Be like drinking liquidy cottage cheese.
Yeah. You wouldn't drink that.
No.
I wouldn't drink that. But anyway, yeah, final 25 minutes of the night. And Ben will be back after he's done playing with it.
Yeah.
Ben cooking proverbial chicken.
Uh-huh.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. So anyway, yeah, we're looking at...
How's your hand doing?
Well, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, you know.
It's okay. I mean, does it hurt? Yes.
Well,
Am I going to live? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's not that bad. So, deal with that as it comes along. You know, I'll probably wear a rubber glove tomorrow because I got to work on. I do got to work more on the ice machine. Yeah.
Fun.
So.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Had by all.
Yeah.
Said no one.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, 2025 is going to begin our 13th year of shows.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and that's scary.
I remember when we started
God.
that show.
13th year of doing this show, and it's funny. You look back and you see how the show has developed over time. You know, I go back and kind of. We've always streamed them on YouTube. I mean, always. You go back to the early days; they were like awful.
Google Hangouts.
Google Hangouts. The audio was shit.
Yeah.
They were 30. I think they were like an hour long, 30 minutes. They started out with 30 minutes, then they were an hour, then they were 90 minutes. Then we went to 4 hours, and then we've stayed at 4 hours for a number of years, and we went back to 3.
Yeah.
And we moved it down here.
Because quite frankly, 3 is enough.
The only reason we ever did 4 is because that's what
the other place
demanded of us.
Yeah.
4 hours. And that was 4 hours was tough, and we stuck with 4 hours for a while, but like.
Yeah, I mean, you get to 11 o'clock and you start running out of gas. So.
Well, I remember we used to go to midnight. Yeah. We used to go 8 to midnight back then. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because when we were in Kent, I'd leave and I'd start Ubering until like 3 in the morning afterwards.
We started 8 to midnight.
How did we go till midnight?
Well, we started at 8 and.
I know, but now like the sound of going to midnight.
Oh God,
sounds
no.
like a nightmare.
I wouldn't want to go to midnight now. I mean, 10 o'clock's
perfect.
Early enough. Yeah, it's late enough when we start the show. It's not too early,
You know what?
Oh yeah, time flies. It does.
That dog upstairs was
Which one?
Zoe.
She's got big.
I know.
She's psycho. She's
and
a psycho
she
dog.
was jumping around. I was on the other.
She stands on her hind legs and jumps.
Yes, that's what she was doing at the gate, and then I stopped for a second, and then
she like hops and jumps on her hind legs.
And then she was laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't get past.
Yeah, she's silly.
She's a character.
She's something, man.
That's the newest one, right?
That's the new one, Zoe.
She's a cuckoo dog. Yeah. Psycho dog.
She's something. That's for sure.
Yeah. Killer attack puppy, literally.
Yeah. So 2025 is gonna kick off. Year 13.
Yep.
Happy 13th birthday. Some kind of radio show.
Yep.
13 years.
I still remember being at Mountaineer and you calling me the one day when Jen split, and you're like, "Hey, Jen split, you want to come aboard full time?" Hell yeah, I ain't doing nothing Friday nights. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hell, she gave me her old headphones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
still have
remember
those.
who
They
that
still
is.
work.
I don't think I want to remember who that is. Do I remember who that is?
Jen.
Dark hair, glasses.
Used to work with her at Stonehenge back in the day.
Willie? No.
No, Jen.
Now she's a member of the Coyotes.
Coyotes.
They're like a dance group. They like to go out and dance at all the country bars.
Now I gotta.
Jen McWilliams.
Still never.
Yeah.
I still talk to her every so
I do
often.
too. I do every now and then too. I say hi to her every now and then.
I mean, I remember asking her. I remember asking her one time. This was a few years ago. I wished her happy birthday, and then she sent me just a personal message back. Hey, thank you. I'm like, how come I never hit that? She's like, the opportunity hasn't come up yet. And I said, okay.
Yet.
Well, that was the only reason I went in to hang out with them early, and I'm like, I was trying to hook up with Jen. She's my kind of gal.
That was his whole. He had a whole premise, right? And you see where we're at. He's still here.
I'm still here.
And yet
you
he
got that
still
guy.
never was
You got
able
that
to
one
hit
guy.
that.
Huh?
I said, yet he was still never able to hit that.
No.
And then you got this guy.
And you're still stuck.
Then it's like we bring Ben aboard, and hey, how's it going?
I was still
The child member of the group.
That was still weird though too, because that was just like.
Well, we bowled. We got
bowled.
We got put together on the same bowling team.
Now, was he with us in Kent, or did he?
Yeah, he came with. He started with us in Kent.
Because the one night I asked you or Deb, I was like, "What's SKO Radio?" And then, "Oh yeah, that's our radio show. That's our show that we do." I'm like, "Huh? What?" And then that's when she's like, "Yeah, come on and sit in one night on a Friday." And then
Come join us, Ben.
Come join us, Ben.
Join us,
Still
Ben.
here.
Yep.
And he's still sitting right here.
Still here.
Well, through 3 different places. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't find Paul Blart until we needed a photographer.
Right.
He came in. Hey, we're going to do our headshots. Come
and
on
then
in.
That's how we found him.
Yeah.
But he was also a friend of
A friend of mine.
Yeah.
He was a friend of a friend. So.
Yeah, and then
we hit it off, and he's been with us ever since too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It's kind of funny how it works, you know.
It's funny how you meet people,
Yeah.
and then you're just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
and then kind of add.
Oh, yeah, remember we had Father John forever. He was a fixture until a couple years ago.
He's still Father John.
He's always Father John.
Yeah, he'll always
purses.
be. Yeah, and he's winning all his purses.
Yeah.
Have you seen his post?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, every now and then you'll see a
I haven't
post.
seen him post in a while.
Purse bingo or something.
Maybe
he's winning purses at Purse Bingo. And Lori keeps commenting. I'm going, how come I can't get a purse like that? I can't get that lucky.
I don't know if he.
Well, we're not all here.
Oh no. Okay.
We're missing Mr. Mike, but
yeah,
he'll be back in January or February.
Oh, so we need to talk about too. What do you think December 7th?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do December. I was gonna talk to you off.
Okay.
Yeah, we found a time.
My December schedule sucks, so I think we'll just come back.
First week of February.
What was it? The
8th.
February 8th.
February 8th.
December sucks.
Yeah, December sucks.
Yeah.
For you and me both.
Yeah.
So
December's gonna be like shit.
So yeah, this is our last show of the year.
Of the year for us.
Yep.
For us.
And then we'll be back February the 8th and to kick off year 13.
There might be a, hello, hi, we're here kind of.
Oh, we'll make some posts. We'll do some posts.
We're alive. We're not dead. We
alive.
promise.
So that might be something that we might look into, depending. We're not going to do any December Christmas shows.
We'll do like a Christmas post, I guess.
Maybe I'll sing some Christmas karaoke.
Happy
and post it on the
Christmas,
page.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to say it.
Merry Hana Christmas
Merry
Kwanzaa.
Hanukkah.
Don't forget to shove your presents in your turkey.
Stuff your presents in your turkey.
Yeah, stuff your.
Stuff your turkey.
No, I think I seen the best post. Somebody was like, "Here, prep your turkey this way if you want it to get attention." They put the turkey neck up to where it looks like a dick, and they got the giblets. They look like two balls, so it looks like the turkey's got a twig and berries on it. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that wouldn't be appetizing." I mean, I'm kind of lucky. My birthday and Veterans Day fall so close together because I get 2 full days where I get to eat for absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I mean, I went to Lenny's and the pancake place because they were pretty much right next to one another. Breakfast both times. Went to lunch on Veterans Day and got my free burger at the old Robin. Well, dinner was at, a good thing I got to the old Corral buffet at 7 o'clock because 8 o'clock they weren't letting anybody else in.
Dang.
Well, and I'll thank them. And there's Green JROTC, and there was another one. They were there. They were getting paid, but they were also there to earn volunteer hours. Because of what I guess they have to do for ROTC, and they were busting tables and helping, bringing drinks over and whatnot. So they took care of things. I tipped pretty well, even though, initially I got told that they're not expecting tips; they're getting an hourly wage. Threw a couple bucks anyway, and I went there myself, but I got sat with 3 other people that are veterans. 2 were in the Navy, and they laughed at a lot of my jokes about the Navy. But we all kind of laughed, though. And sorry, Bob, if you're listening, but we all laughed about how people consider the Coast Guard part of the military. We're like, what war have they been in?
The Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard.
By shopping what?
Oh, by slapping it. No joke.
How many times does it take to cook a turkey with slapping it? That's
How
the question. How many slaps does it take to cook a turkey? How many?
Just don't deep fry it frozen.
Yeah, no.
You gotta go get a turkey.
I think I'll be at Mountaineer this year having Thanksgiving. Well, my brother Rich, that was the holiday he inherited and after our mom passed. And, well, he has pretty much decided now that both of his sons, my nephews, are married and have their own families. Now either my nephew Tony or my nephew Rich hosts. And of course, they don't invite their uncles.
Well, off air, Earl and I also decided that, God forbid, if we planned a Christmas show something would happen.
It's the last 3 years, 4 years, something's happened.
So there's no, it's not worth trying to plan a Christmas show.
Yeah.
But if, spur of the moment, we're all hanging out or doing something, and we decide to pop on.
Well, like I said,
sure.
my schedule over the next December is gonna I'm not gonna be getting out of work like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. I'm sorry, so I'm like, not gonna be able to pull it off.
Yeah, no,
it's prime bowling season too.
Well, yeah, that too. Prime bowling season is, and with holidays coming up, everyone gets a little busy.
Yeah.
That means Earl's gonna be a working man.
I've been a working man. I'm a working man now, man. I'm gonna hit 100+ hours for my 2 weeks here.
You ready for retirement yet,
dude?
Apparently, it takes 30,000 slaps to cook a turkey.
30,000 slaps.
I don't want to eat a turkey that ain't been cooked in an oven or a deep fryer, though. Sorry.
Okay.
I just watched this whole lady go on a whole spiel about cooking a turkey with slaps, and it has to go up to like 60.
Gives a new meaning to the How I Met Your Mother term, slapsgiving.
Another whole meaning is slapping the meat.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We're losing it.
When haven't we lost it?
So what are you going to do while we're off, Tony? Any?
Work. I've got airport pickup and drop off scheduled.
Oh, okay.
I went to pick my one lady client up, the lady I've been driving for about a year and a half.
Miss Daisy?
Miss Daisy. Supposed to pick her up at 12:30.
Okay.
Her phone went to voicemail and she didn't answer my text. I waited about an hour and left. Hope she's not dead. She's a good client.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, she's in her upper 60s.
Videos, they have like these chicken slappers on YouTube.
Professional chicken slappers.
No, it's like they make a machine that slaps the shit out of the turkey.
What the hell?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the friction that cooks it. Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
Now, has anyone scheduled you yet for New Year's Eve?
Negative.
Okay.
I don't know.
So if anyone needs a ride from Tony Comedy Killer
330-651-3975
for New Year's Eve, call him now and schedule your New Year's Eve driver
extraordinaire.
Yeah, extraordinaire.
All I know is I work.
Those of you who really needed help, call Ben's Blowjobs.
Yeah.
All I know.
Fuck off.
Every year I do work Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
I
you
work
still
Christmas Eve every
you
year.
still have that on there somewhere.
For me, I always found.
See.
I always worked. I always, volunteered to work Christmas Day because I don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah. But,
So
I mean,
it was also a lot of extra holiday pay.
but
Plus, I give the Christmas celebrating people the opportunity to take the day off.
True.
And even when I was married, I would work it, and because it got me out of having to go every place with my wife.
I really hope that sound got deleted off.
You can hope all you want.
Wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which one fills up faster.
I'm gonna go with probably the shitting. Because I think I see it.
Hang on. We're gonna
Hey,
find
Ben,
out if it's still here.
What are you gonna do for Easter giving?
Huh? It was funny the first time.
Yeah.
No,
a
Easter
year
giving.
later, it's kind of like lost its luster.
Easter giving.
No, my
The
favorite.
funniest thing I saw, there's a Family Feud clip. Steve Harvey, one of the questions was,
Oh, yep, there it is.
Oh, joy.
Oh, there it is.
Name one thing you would not want to find. Name one thing a burglar would not want to find in a home while robbing. Is it naked grandma?
This is the kind of stuff we're talking about here in this show.
This is.
Not that.
Haha. Wrong one.
Hello, my name is Earl McCune, host of Some Kind of Radio Show on Back Alley
Yeah,
Radio.
that's when we had Back Alley
I'm here to
Radio.
speak to you about a very new service out there. It's called Ben's Blowjobs. Ben's Blowjobs is here for you, ladies and gents. Anything goes at Ben's Blowjobs. Give him a call today. 1-900-SUCK-YOUR COCK.
Okay.
That's still on there.
It's going to be.
I keep everything, dude. You never
So-
know when you need to use it again.
So you have my jingle from Tony from a couple of years ago.
Absolutely.
Hey Ben.
Everybody's fair game.
Name
wanna
one
hear it?
person that starts with the letter K.
Sure. Because all I
Kentucky
want for
Fried
Christmas
Chicken.
are 2 new front teeth.
Here we go.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Like Tony, my 2 front teeth. Like Tony, my 2 front teeth. Like Tony, all I want for Christmas is
My
two
stupid
front
jingle that I
teeth.
was
like
making.
Tony, behind 2 men in bed.
Oh boy! At least we still have those on there.
Oh yeah, we still got all the good ones.
All the
All the
lovely
classics, is it?
classic jingles.
We should just do a compilation of everything that we've done for these shows,
Oh
like
my
the
God.
funniest moments that we've had on
See,
these
I
shows.
think we have actually a fun. I think we actually have a legit, real one here, Ben.
Oh no. Oh, poor Ben.
No, this was actually like a legit one.
2023, new year, same show. Catch us live on Back Alley Radio.
Yeah, that's when we were on Back Alley Radio.
7 to 10, Saturday nights. See you there.
See you later.
I reckon.
Arr.
That's when we had Back Alley Radio going.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had made a handful of those.
Yeah, you did a few.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh yeah, here's your karaoke promo.
Oh, God.
I want to listen to this.
Let's see.
Ben trying to sing karaoke.
Oh, Ben's Christmas karaoke promo.
We love that. Oh no.
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
No.
Walking home from. Is that how that song goes? Nah, hell with it. Don't miss our Christmas karaoke show, December 17th, Saturday. You won't want to miss it because there's going to
Saturday.
be a lot of shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Tune in
Shenanigans.
on Back Alley Radio.
Shenanigans
5
with
to 7
Ben.
Secret agent Ben here. Well, you never know what I'll sing. Maybe an Asian song? I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh my
Don't miss it.
God.
Yeah, we had a few.
Holy shit!
Silent night. Hoary night.
Yeah.
Sing it like an Asian.
Sing it like an Asian. Sing it like an
Yeah.
Asian.
I would love to hear Loriana try and do a promo, and
Oh no.
it's not as easy as it
Promos
seems.
meant more when we were doing radio.
Well, yes,
But
that
now
is
we're
true.
just strictly
Yeah,
a
but-
video podcast.
Yeah, you don't
You
do
know,
promos now,
Promos
but
don't really matter now.
Like,
Not like they did
you
when
would
we were
think
doing radio.
writing out a promo would be easy, but it's almost easier just going at the top of your head and like,
dude, I wrote.
Hell,
promos.
you remember my sports track? I mean, of course, mine. I had to write it, but I knew the theme song. I was going to use the Star Trek theme song
don't
because
think
I
it's
couldn't
on
call
there.
it Shrek on sports.
Yeah.
I don't think it was on here anymore, but we had Ben and his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's probably not on there.
No,
That-
it wasn't on this computer.
Oh, good
It was
point.
on the. It was when we had the other
Wait,
computer.
wait, Ben, you have a friend?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I have friends.
I
Sometimes.
reckon.
I honestly would not want to hear those promos. Those were cringy.
Some
as
of
hell.
those were bad.
Those were
Yeah.
You're
cringy.
cringy
as-
as
I mean,
a
actually, a
person.
couple of them were actually pretty good, but
those
no,
were
like a
cringy.
lot of the old SKO promos are good because those on the old computer we had
Yeah.
SKO.
I forgot about that. Those were cringy.
Because remember, we went through a couple computers at SKO.
A handful.
Yeah.
After the lightning strike, that
Oh, that
took us.
well,
out.
it blew out our board. It blew out our speaker or microphones.
Yeah.
Blew
Blew out
out
the
our
monitor.
sound cards.
Yeah, that was pretty much the end.
No, we brought it back.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, it took me a week, but I got it up and running again in a week.
Yeah,
But I mean,
it's
everything
tough
got
when
knocked out because the computer got blown. I mean,
And it was on the surge protector, wasn't it?
uh huh. I filed an insurance claim, but they kind of laughed at me. They didn't do much.
Yeah, they don't like acts of God doing anything about
Yeah.
acts of
Yeah.
God.
Oh.
I was like, I said, killed my business. But yeah, it didn't go anywhere, but that's all right.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. But so yeah, this will end officially end year 12 for us. Again, we'll be back on February the 8th. 2025 to start year 13.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. Just taking our
hiatus.
See, way we're streaming our shows now with our schedule. We usually do 3 months of shows, and then we take a month off. But right now during the holidays, we're going to take. Normally we just take 1 month. We're going to take 2 this time because by December is going to be absolute garbage. No time to do any.
I can second that.
Yeah, no time to do anything. It's just December, so.
Ben's face half the time.
If I'm not booked on New Year's Eve, I'll do what I did last year. I just drove around Kent. $5 a person, anywhere you wanted to go in town.
You know what I did last year, New Year's Eve? Me and Loriana sat in the living room because everyone else in the house had COVID.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
I had the stomach flu.
The year before,
but I still stayed up.
The year before that, that's when Jake and I were over. And
year before last, we had
football game.
Yeah, we watched football. Then the year before that, I had COVID. And we were going to do the big show.
Yeah.
The big show.
Well, we were going to do a big Christmas show. We were going to do a big Christmas
You had
karaoke.
COVID, then we watched football.
Everyone had COVID. You know, like Lori had COVID, I had COVID. This one, Aunt Sherry was still living.
I had COVID,
She had COVID
2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No,
yeah,
last
we were going to
October.
do the New Year's Eve show and go off air at midnight when the ball dropped.
Yeah, we never got because that's what we were going to do last year, but we couldn't because I had a house full of COVID people.
Yeah, then
I was like, no, guys, stay home, stay away. You
Stay
don't want
upstairs.
Come here.
Because, like I said, I pretty much I stayed in the living room for a week. You know.
Before we get off the air.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Okay.
Trump is at the UFC fight.
Oh, is
of
he?
course.
Tonight.
Of course he is.
But
he's friends. You got to remember, he's friends with
Dana White.
Dana White.
How about that boxing fight last night?
But what?
Yeah, what fight? You know who won that fight last night? Netflix.
Yeah,
they're counting their money.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I was trying to watch it, and my Netflix kept going out every 5 seconds.
Everyone.
I thought the Katie Taylor match was better than the Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good fight. That was a good fight.
Well,
I was expecting Taylor to win. I'm a big
and
fan.
see the big thing. A lot of people were pissed because Netflix limits you now on how many devices can use your account at one time. Mm-hmm. So they were getting new subscribers that said, "Okay, I'll pay a $6.99 a month with ads to watch a fight." It was cheap enough. But then Netflix was screwing up.
Yeah.
And then
there was at
run
least
a best of when we come back in
till
February.
10 million.
Yeah.
We could run a best of. We got a lot
Best
of we got
of, yes.
best of show. We got a
Oh,
lot. Yeah.
as in like we're still here, but we just have
We'll play clips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll play clips.
The best of what it has been in the past.
Best of the show and best of each individual person in here.
Hey, let's not make my job any harder.
Yeah,
okay?
come on now.
I can pull clips.
Yeah, but you don't know how to integrate everything into the system.
I like her, efforts and.
That's great efforts. I just
wanting.
No, I think what we need is just find like the top. Here's the thing: we always take 5 breaks. We pick the 5 best moments.
5 best moments.
5 funniest moments, and we take it.
Feliz Navidad.
Or over the last year or whatever, or 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that.
Ben's
that.
Mike's thing of making fun
I'm sure
of Ben.
something will come up. I'm sure we'll change our mind 6 more times between now
for
and
sure. But
yeah.
I mean,
we
I'd
gotta
say-
put making fun of Ben in there.
I mean, waxing. I think was probably
That was a funny moment.
top 5.
Jake Paul's gonna fight Joe Biden.
I could see that.
Yeah, tonight's fight I think will be a good fight for sure.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
Stipe.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Tyson was gonna knock Jake Paul out.
I was hoping, but
everyone was
He's
hoping.
58.
hoping.
He's 58.
Yeah, could have taken, but there was a lot of points where.
And there was a full moon last night, but I didn't think it was going to come on Netflix.
Yeah. Tyson's ass.
The night before. The night before with the slap. Oh my goodness. I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, it is after 10, so let's go ahead
It's
and
time to
wrap it
go
up.
back into my hibernation until February.
Have a good Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year.
Everyone have a nice Thanksgiving, nice Christmas, nice New Year.
Yep.
We'll be back February the 8th.
Yeah, and watch out for social
shows.
media posts.
We'll be posting tons on
we'll be
social media.
posting.
Always we post on social media, that's for sure.
We'll see you back in February.
Yeah, we'll see everyone.
Yep.
People could catch me on Twitch.
We'll miss
Have a
you.
good Thanksgiving, people. Have a good December, and we'll see you next year.
Happy holidays and stay safe.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see everybody.
Make good choices.
February 8th. Have a good night, everybody.
Later.